Hello. Hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome into the Lion's Den. Hey, everyone. Just 1 second. I don't have all my lights on. All right. Just bear with me 1 second, everybody. I'll mess with that in a second. Turn the sound off in the headphones. Okay. Let me see. Let me go to the chat. We got a bunch of people in here already. How y'all doing? Welcome into the channel. I'm sure a lot of you have been here before. We got the nice Red Bull. All right. The full moon reading. Holy hell. Look at this. And I didn't do this. I literally just sat down in what? In Capricorn. Last card up. That's kind of freaky. All right. We're going to start in a minute. That's from the last private reading. Oh, no shit. Imagine that from the reading I did a couple nights ago. Okay. So, how is everybody? Hi. How are you? Welcome in. I got my Red Bull. I got my coffee. And we're going to get ready and get down to business in a minute. All right. I'm going to just make sure this is off. Oh, nope. I don't want that sound on. And I should turn off my alarms, but I'm not going to do all that. Not right now. All right. Let me see. My son's on his way home from the big city, Boston. All right. He's on his way back now, about a half hour away. Turn that on. Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Lion's Den. I gotta drink some Red Bull, and then we'll get this. Then we'll get this party started. All right. All right. I'm gonna need that phone too, because I think we're gonna start with a mini collective tonight. I know we are. I had already decided. I'm acting like I don't know what's gonna happen. Of course, I know what we're gonna start with. Hello, Tiger's Eye. Hello, Linus. Hello, KC. Hello, Soul Star Seer. Debbie Thomas, hello. What's up, KB? Oh my God, that is so piss-ass warm. Probably because the humidity here is ridiculous. Last night, before I went into work, the humidity was 93 degrees humidity. When I got into work, it hit 98. Somebody almost passed out. About a week ago, somebody did pass out. It's just been ungodly here with humidity because I'm spoiled. I live in the suburbs and I am surrounded by water. How we doing? How is everybody? Spoiledly, I was born here, so it's kind of born into it. It's not like I spoiled rotten apple that moved here. No, there's a lot of the spoiled kids that come here. You know, families own multiple homes. Parents are very well off. Kids act like a bunch of assholes. Stuff like that. All right, welcome in. Oh, that is so warm. It's just, I don't even know if I'm going to want to drink that. I'm so running. I need the energy, the extra pep in my step. Okay, so what is this Capricorn moon all about? That's pretty awesome. I'm going to show you. We're going to do a collective a little differently. So a lot of it has to do with finding, kind of going after situations or balance in life and really staying focused. Focused is a huge mindset for this Capricorn moon. So focus on your goals, focus on the reality of the goals you want to obtain. But at the same time, it's going to be very important that you, in other words, if you have a dream or a manifestation that you want to come to fruition, I highly recommend you don't do one thing. Let go of it. I highly recommend you let go of it. I know you are probably most likely emotionally attached to it or emotionally value and hold on tightly to that already during the Capricorn moon. This is the thing. It's a very good time for people to strike towards abundance, goal-oriented aspects of life, but you want to go after things, meet them halfway with be very perceptive to reality. That's good. What I mean by that is, if you have a dream, I would never tell you to let it go. Hold on to the dream, but at the same time, stay practical. You know, don't go above and beyond, out of your way. Don't put yourself in a hardship is the easiest way to say it. So if there's something you're wanting to see happen in life and it's not showing up for you yet, doesn't mean it's not going to show up for you. Just may mean the time isn't right, that you haven't found the exact time for it to show up. That's all that is. Thank you for the super chats, KC and Alban, by the way. All right. We're going to read, before I do this collective reading, I need to, if I can remember, now, only if I can remember, I'm going to read you 3 things I looked up after psychically, intuitively. I was in my mind and in my head, and probably had spirit working with me like they do all the time. But here's the thing. So I was like, let me look some stuff up and see if what I'm getting resonates with something. Here we go. Let me find it real quick. I screenshotted a couple things, and then I'll do a collective, and then we'll do all signs. All right. I only did 3 of them. All right. What does tonight's full moon mean for Capricorn? The full moon in Capricorn, your personal power is peaking. Cut the ribbon on your passion projects. Bring your bring your magnetism to any project, cause, or situation that is important to you. This full moon means business and wants you to as well. So kind of, to me, that would speak of go after things, being prepared. But at the same time, it's more or less people staying focused on what's important. Let's go to the next one. How does this Capricorn moon affect me? For anybody who's not sure of the Capricorn moon or wants to learn something about it, the full moon in Capricorn is the time to go within. This one is the one that made sense to me, is because it's what I was doing before I came online, but literally an hour ago. It's a time to go within and understand your core essence. It's time to commit to finding your life's work and shed anything that distracts you, including your emotions. Your feelings are important to, including your emotions. Your feelings are important to pay attention to and understand. But Capricorn asks you that you see them as information. And that's very valuable. That's extremely valuable. Let's go to the third one. What is the energy of the Capricorn moon? With the Capricorn moon, these individuals nurture a strong urge to be productive. I've been extremely productive. So if you've been feeling the energy, you've been probably working towards the Capricorn moon, or some of you may be starting to get propelled in that way now. But it's basically nurture a strong urge to be productive, even when they are undergoing emotional troubles from the outside. They appear to be calm and composed. These people are efficient and set practical and realistic goals for themselves and work hard to achieve them. Realistic. So there was actually 2 times that it hit home, because you have to, this is what, trust me. When I read that third one, the one I just read you, because I think that was the first one I read, because I screenshot, so that ends up being the newest one on my phone. But that last one, let me just say, when I had read that, I'm like, yes, be realistic. Listen, I started this channel a long time ago, and I understood what I had to offer or bring to the table back then. I never came to realization exactly how much I would grow or how much I would spiritually change, evolve, transition. And I just kind of went with it. And as time gradually went on, it was very, very obvious to me. What was obvious then, more things became more obvious now. So what I would recommend is just stay practical to where you want to set your goals. Go after them, but also make sure you're taking care of business at the same time. The daily things that have importance. If that's some of you, whether that's having a lot of value and love for other people, or a lot of value and self-respect for yourself, getting yourself emotionally more in tune, or trusting yourself a little, having a little more emotional backbone for situations that upset you. I don't know why, but I think my lips ripped, or it's a piece of hair or something, and freaking keeps bugging me. All right. Ugh. This is so warm. I must have grabbed the wrong one. I think I grabbed this out of the fridge. I may have to run upstairs because there may be one in the freezer, and that's probably the ice cold one. I might do that in a second. Okay. Would you guys like a collective? Let me know that. Yes, no, maybe so. You let me know. If you want a collective, I think we're going to do it. Okay. Okay. Also, I think I'm going to mess with some stuff while I wait to see that answer. I don't know if it's going to let me do it while I'm on here. You might have just lost me for a second. Hold on a second. I'm going to see if it's going to let me do it. It may not let me do it because I'm already using it, but I don't know if it's going to let me do it. Remind me later. Damn it! It won't let me do it. I was going to zoom in on the image, but I can't do that right now. All right, so I see a bunch of yeses. So we're going to do a collective. Let me just put that on the board. Okay, collective reading. I'm kind of curious myself to what's gonna be said, to be honest. Collective for the all signs. All right. Damn, that is huge. So let's edit it. There we go. That's better. It's not as crazy large. I don't know what happened, but everything's out of view. Here we go. All right, let's see what we get for the collective, everybody. The cool thing about me not starting right away is more people are finding that I'm active. Some people tell me, I don't get your notification until after you're live. And I'm like, I was live for damn near 4 hours. What the hell, YouTube? That's a long time not to get notified. Like, come on now. 4 hours? Come on. Come on. Here we go. Collective. What's the collective message? What do we have collectively? Collective. Oh, come on now, Aquarius. Pisces is always last. You are second to last. That is kind of true. You are to my left right now. The star is sitting over here chilling. Naked as fuck. Here we go. Collectively, what's going on? What's the energy collectively? It's good to see everybody. Make sure you hit that like button. Thank you. Subscribe if you like the content. That's all I ask. It's a collective message for everybody. What you guys, what are you doing? What are you doing, Aquarius? What's going on? What are you doing? What are y'all doing collectively? What's going on with that? Are you moving to your manifestations? Is that the message here? Because this keeps showing up too. We'll get to it. Let's see what we get. 2 more shuffles. Here we go. 1 more. Uh-oh. Oh my God. It's there's going to be something here. Look at this. With the tarot deck right next to me. There's going to be something. This is it's a little bit eerie. And look at it again in the middle. People are trying to balance their directions. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. What's the collective message? Some people are going to really focus on burying the hatchet with their emotions. I feel the need to say paying attention to where you want to see yourself or your vision. Clarify it. So, I feel the need to say, build and stay very optimistic at this time. The Queen of Cups with balance, I feel like everybody's kind of I feel like the message is where everybody's supposed to shoot for that. The Chariot, emotionally. So if there have been emotional roadblocks or things that have gotten in the way in the past, I don't feel like you're supposed to pay attention to that. I feel like the endings you've dealt with, they're behind you to teach you a situation. Things can happen, but new things can arrive. Change can be shown for you. Change can show. A lot of people may have had some either really powerful dreams or thoughts as well. I feel like your thoughts are extremely powerful. So I feel like you might want to be careful with what you share or what you say or how you speak at this time, whatever that's about. I feel like it could come into existence fairly easily for some reason. That's different. Here we go. Give me something. I know what it is. My lip is peeled. I keep messing with that. It's gone. I think it's gone now. So have people been trying to figure out what's going to work? I have two messages here. It looks like collectively everybody's been trying to figure out what's going to work, been paying attention to what hasn't worked, understanding it for what it is, but also knowing what to work with and what not to go towards. This is kind of the message here. Clarify the Eight of Wands in reverse, though. So some have been bold and had to let go of a love situation, whether it's a fire sign, air sign. I'm going to tell you, fire sign, air sign, water sign, potential energy. It was a decision that had to be made. So somebody came to the reality, whether it was like they awoke into the cause and effect of a situation, but they recognized somebody identified a love situation. It was broken with either communication or forward movement. And I feel like the person got tired. This tells me the person got tired of putting in the work or the dedication, or felt like they had to start dedicating the energy to themselves. This is what I'm seeing. Somebody may have felt like the balance wasn't being played fairly, and it may have been you, just so you know. I feel like it was you. I feel like it's not something you're holding on to anymore collectively. I think you've kind of wised up, smartened up kind of energy is what it's showing me. What's going on? Show me something for the collective, please. Some of you just feel like if you had to deal with a hostile or a foolish energy, you wouldn't really face it. It's almost as if you know better. This just makes me feel like you know better. Also, you may be looking at situations. Some of you, it's a waiting game. Some of you are awaiting the new love situations. I get what it's. I'm getting this weird feeling. So some of you, I feel like you've been awaiting the new situations. Some of you it has to do with money situation. I'm going to tell you it's money and love off the bat. Some of you it's money and love. Now, if you're in a love relationship, some of you are I feel like it's the lack of communication, or if there's distance in the relationship, it needs to come back together like full bore strongly. Give me something else, please. The work's got to be put in. Why is the world in reverse? Why is the world in reverse? Clarify. Some of you are aware that you're not willing to be let down by anybody right now. That's good. The Hangman reversed, the World reversed, the Magician, the High Priestess. If there's a situation where you felt like it was untrustworthy, this to me speaks of something around your energy that you know is either, it could be something as simple as being unfaithful or just untrustworthy. It doesn't, I don't feel like you're going to let that get in the way of how you feel. I don't think that's going to be the problem that stumps you. I think at one time, there may have been a situation you wanted to entertain. I just get this energy. Emotionally, you've released it. In a situation where if you were fighting, some of you, I feel like, so the secret message I'm seeing is a lot of you have fought for, either fixing a love situation or knowing you need, some of you, that's the message you need to fight for. If you're in a relationship, it feels like you need to fight for the relationship, fight a little bit hard, work a little bit better together. And you're aware of, I get this energy, I don't need to tell for this. I get the energy, you're aware of that. Others of you, if you're single, I think what's happening is you have a very strong potential to basically activate both things inside of you. When I say both things inside of you, what I'm feeling is basically the road ahead that's going to lead to solid ground. You know, basically like the Ace of Pentacles energy, a strong, solid foundation. Some of you may do this fiercely alone. Others of you will do this and you will pick up a partner on the way. All right, hold on a minute. Hold on. Give me something else collectively, please. We're going to switch decks. We're going to switch decks. If you wonder about what I'm saying, the message I'm telling you is it was always involved in, you were always the one that can manifest or invest the situation to yourself. The outcome was always there for you to take charge and go after. Some of you have had a lot of thought about this or have been really trying to recreate the situation all over or fix the situation. So I get like I want a brand new connection with somebody, but I also want to be very abundant. I want things to be kosher. Or if it's not that versus a money situation, it's more of a love situation. They know they need to wrap up the loose ends or the discord, like something's disconnected between whether it's communication or time investment. Here we go. Let's keep going. All right, I'm going to shuffle and we're going to do a little more of a collective. Here we go. I'm going to collective energy. Whatever the message is. Whatever the message is. What do we got collectively? The solution was always yours. The Ace of Swords and the Magician. Let's clarify what's going on here. Let's clarify what's going on here. Clarify the Ace of Swords and the Magician for the collective, please. What is the deal? For you to build and accept things towards change. Some people, the change is as easy as fixing communication or starting brand new communication. Others have kind of gotten the idea that if the communication didn't work or they had to leave something behind, it was unhealthy for them. Some of you could be unhealthy habits. Others of you, it could be an unhealthy relationship. I'm steering towards the second one, an unhealthy relationship that you understand, that you now are basically seeing it for yourself. You're not letting it be the chaos or the problem in your life anymore, or you're making sure that it's something that's behind you. Bottom of the deck. It took a lot of thought to do one thing, to decipher, something, it's better for me to go, whether it's taking the high road in a situation or knowing you can't be bothered by a situation where you're unhappy or identifying a situation is going to make you unhappy. Here we go. Could have been with a fire or an air sign, by the way, if it was a sign. Why is that like that? I feel like the key to your success is to really not stress about where you're heading next or how you're heading there right now. Just go after the things. Take a leap of faith. Some of you, it's about having a drive, about releasing stress, emotionally accepting situations, staying humble at the same time. Here we go, though, over here. I just get like you wanted to have a situation work out, but it just felt, I don't want to say competitive or like a rival. I feel like the situation that you dealt with felt like it may have lacked emotional stability or even control. Uneven per se when you dealt with a person. The experience wasn't, in other words, the experience feels like it wasn't flattering at all. This did want to come out. Why is the star here? I had it on the bottom and it jumped out. Why is it like I did a couple shuffles ago? And I'm like, holy shit, there it is. Here we go. All right, let's go. Okay, like that surprises me. All right, here we go. The moon in love. Because some of you had to recognize a harsh reality. That's what this tells me. Some of you had to learn to fight and stand on your own. You couldn't lie about where you sat or the fact that it wasn't giving you balance. Some of you, if you had left the situation, it was probably for the highest good, is what I feel. That in truth and clarity, the magician, it was inevitably going to happen. You were meant to build or change and start a new communication, or let something kind of erupt like a volcano come to a closure, so you could really entertain the thoughts or see the value of the situation or how you felt about the situation, and know you may have to walk away, take a risk, go in a new direction. Now, this is the part I'm liking. I do feel like you are going to manifest. Some of you are manifesting, and at this time you're manifesting, and some of you, it could either be through your emotions, your emotions, your intuitive nature. I'm getting like it could be your emotions, your intuitive nature, or why you sleep. This is how you're going to manifest, and it looks good. Some of you need to manifest better communications if you're in a relationship. Others of you, if you're single, I feel like it's behind the scenes working in your favor for you. I just don't feel like it's something you can see. Like I can see the paint on the wall, that it's blue. It's just not something you can see in the physical. Some of you, it's a matter of being patient. I'm going to say patient and practical and sticking with your efforts. Why the Emperor? Just jumped over my thumb. I don't know. I'm getting this energy like some of you may have had a crash and burn. Could have been with a fire sign, air sign, earth sign, by the way. It might have left you feeling very like it might have had you in a situation where you didn't feel so confident or comfortable, or it just felt like too much. I don't feel like that's been the burden anymore. I feel like you've learned how to look away from this situation. Some of you were going to start a family, or you did have a family with this individual, by the way. Okay? Let me do that. There we go. Maybe that's a little bit better. Try to get the glare out of here. Okay. Why is this here? Some of you didn't really care for the way emotionally either. Some of you may have felt like they were emotionally distracted by things that upset them. So some of you may have noticed there was a situation where you either dealt with somebody that might have been very negative and you've released them, is what this is telling me. Or this is telling me you dealt with somebody who, if they weren't negative, they held on to a lot of things and they didn't speak about them. It's one of the two options here. There's no other. I don't see any other option. This person may have been either a very quiet person that it was hard for them to unzip the lip. And if it's not that, then the energy I'm seeing is it was a person you may have dealt with. This isn't going to be, just mind you, this is going to be some of your message. This is going to be every person that watches message, this part. And just take what you may get out of the rest when I do the all signs. But it looks to me like somebody really recognized the situation for what was going on. Realized they had to see a situation emotionally. You may have felt like somebody has either traumas or triggers from the past that they had. I'm something about the past and them not healing the past situations. Could have been a man. This tells me it could have been a man. This could be a man that you dealt with. This man could be always worried about finances or work. This could be a man that always works. All they think about is work. A lot like work, or that's all they want to talk about, or that's all you ever talk to them about, whatever that's about. Here we go. If this is about a person you've been with in a situation, I almost get the energy like they wonder how you got to where you were, or if you were in a tough situation with a family situation and they seen it. So if you have smaller children, or you had children and you dated somebody in the past, or whether it was recent, a long time ago, whatever the story is here, what I'm getting here is I feel like they want to know how you did it. Like basically I feel like the person feels kind of emotionally lost or left out. adrift is kind of how I feel. I just saw a canoe and the person in the canoe, and there was no paddles. The canoe's just going downstream, and they're kind of like hunched over, not even paying attention to the direction of what's going on. All right, let's keep going. Why is the swords reversed? What's going on with the King of Swords energy? I feel like your lesson here was to pay no mind to this, to discover that you couldn't pay no mind to it. You couldn't really let it hold you down. Like, you also may have had too many other obligations or been too preoccupied with your own situations around you, is what this tells me. But I feel like you looked at a situation that, so there was a situation where if things felt unsettling, it could have been like you felt unsettled, but it also could have been like you discovered you weren't going to be bothered by it, is what it tells me. Something about I won't be bothered by it. I discovered I won't be bothered by it. I with these two women here, I feel like you started to really focus on, I need to focus on my own happiness or my own independence, and not be stuck on a love situation, a burden of sorts. Something about you, it might not have been the fastest or easiest way to decision to make as well. Emotionally, though, I feel like you recognize I'm going to hang a situation up or move away from it. I don't have time to play games. I'll leave that shit in the cold. This is what it's telling me. I feel like some of you had to learn the harsh truth of a situation and trust the decision. Some of you, so this is a reading. I'm gonna straight up call y'all out. If this doesn't resonate, you're probably codependent. Ha! Said it. If that part don't resonate for you and you're like, this doesn't make any fucking sense, you're probably codependent. I'm gonna be real as shit. I don't care. That's who I am. That's how I roll. People don't like that, but I enjoy the shit out of it because you know what? It's like if I don't do the right thing, you just allow other people to do the wrong thing. And hey, and today it's 2023. We're way past that, everybody. You know what I'm saying? If that part, if somebody's out there and they're watching and they were like, this doesn't make a lick of fucking sense. I said sense. You're probably codependent, literally. And you need to work on that before people dip. Uh-oh. I do not play. You are in the lion's den. You know, I am pretty nice, but I'm pretty bluntly honest, to be real. And I don't put up with people's shit. I don't. I really don't. You know, people have, society's gotten too ridiculous, like in this cancel culture bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Uh-oh. Here we go. Let's start with all sides, all right? Now, I don't mean if all of it didn't make sense, because all of it's not going to make sense. But there were parts in there. If you were paying attention, if your mind is sharp enough, and you're like, why doesn't this make sense? It may be that you're not independent or fighting for the independence, and that's what you need to work on. That may be the strength you need to learn how to trust and manifest. Told by the Leo. Pursue the actions that are going to make you happy. Don't secretly hide behind things or close doors. Somebody needs to hear that. Let things go. It's better to let things go and see them for what they are. And it's a really good thing to identify friends and families and foes, but it's an even better situation when you identify things and you just look at it, you understand it for what it is, and then you don't really have to have the biggest reaction to it, but it comes back towards you and your reaction is kind of like above and beyond the limitations of where people limit shit too much. We limit things. We limit ourselves too much. In other words, I'm just going to say people limit themselves too much. And I know this. I know that. We all limit ourselves too much, and we got to work on that. Believe you me, I'm working on that every day. All right. And yes, I am working my ass off to figure that out. I keep showing up. Let's keep going to all signs. All right. All right. Yeah. I pissed some people off talking about codependency. It's like I lost like 5-10 people. That's okay. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. You remember, Remember, at the end of the day, it's about valuing yourself and understanding yourself. That's what counts. All right. Welcome in, ladies. It's good to see everybody. What sign should we start with? You guys, which sign, what element are we going to start with today? You tell me. I wasn't expecting to throw that curveball, but I did. I'm like, you know what, just say it. They can handle it. They're adults. I see air. I did see Cancer. I thought I saw Cancer. Bear with me 1 second. Aquarius, air. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Anna. Hey, Leslie, I'll be right back. I'm going to go see if my Red Bull's in the freezer before it's frozen. All right, I'm back. I am back. Here we go. Okay, where were we? So, what sign do we start with? It was not in the freezer. Although this one's cold. I think somebody must have taken this out of the freezer because this is much colder than the last one. Oh, the last one was disgusting. Whew, here we go. Oh, it's so much better. Here we go. Let's make it to where I can see the new comments. I think we will start. Let's see. Everybody dropped a message. So, who was fastest? Whoever was fastest, I might just jump on that. Capricorn was first last time. All right, so Capricorn was first last time, so I think they were first. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were first. So we're going to do Capricorn is good. I should do Capricorn, but because it is your moon, you got to wait. I love y'all, Capricorns. This is a badass moon, by the way. I really like this fucking moon. This moon's like super sexy. Hell to the yeah. But here we go. Let's go with Taurus. Taurus is first. All right. Taurus. A lot of you Taurus is going to be looking to discover your strengths, or you've been knowing that you need to focus on doing more things, getting more out in nature, becoming more part of things outside of your work life. Does that make sense, Taurus? I haven't even really looked at the tarot. But that makes a lot of sense to some of you. Are you all focused on work and career or things around the home more than actually adapting, getting into situations that make you feel like it's making sense to do so? Oh, side message. This has nothing to do with the tarot cards. I went upstairs. My son gets dropped off. I just met his half-sister's boyfriend that's like 7 feet tall, Brandon, and her little brother's up there. So that took me a second to grab that Red Bull. I missed them last time they came here, and they live down south. Like they drove up. Last time they came here, I was online, so I never got to meet them. I got to meet him this time. I just happened to pick the right time. Here we go. Change. You guys are going after change. Some of you guys are going to have to speak up to get the changes you want. Some of you guys, I feel the necessary need to tell you, you're going to need to speak up to get the changes. Some of you, I get this energy, it's a work endeavor or speaking, going out, being very, taking charge. And I feel like this has to do around work. Some of you are, it's like in an organization you're already attached to or going after a brand new career setting. I don't see any career cards yet, but that's what I'm feeling. There's your career. Something about it. You may have felt as if things weren't changing in the career setting or they were set back or taking too long as well. I get this weird rigid energy. Something felt rigid around work. Or if you were making the right decisions or if they, some of you, it was a matter, are they going to invest in me? Are they going to invest in me? Should I get away from this situation? I'm getting a career reading energy all over this. Some of you didn't want to have to stress about situations. What kind of situations are these? Anything that disturbed your peace of mind or your balance. Taurus wasn't wanting to be frustrated or have to deal with this. This is what I see could have been going on with you. Whether this was work-related or inside of the home. This is what it shows me. Something about the Knight of Swords, the Lovers reversed, the Queen of Wands reversed, the Three of Hearts to the Ace of Cups. To balance, to some of you just, it didn't feel, something felt like it wasn't right. And I'm going to tell you, it may have been around career. It could have been around career or people that you care about. That's what I just get this weird energy where it's like, it's a career situation. You may have felt like you couldn't trust people in the career. But at the same time, it feels like at home, there was a situation that may have felt a little uncomfortable, uneasy. Clarify anything for Taurus. This full moon for Taurus. What's going on? What? I don't feel like Taurus is willing to be distracted right now. Some of you aren't going to be distracted with the proposals or offers. I almost feel like you've become emotionally content with accepting the things that you've had to deal with or the way things have went on. I just feel like you've been riding the wave or riding the roller coaster, but it's like you haven't been riding the roller coaster enough for yourself, but for everybody else. I get this energy on Taurus, and I feel like that's why I feel like you need to get your ass to the mountains, to the water, to do something for yourself. Take a long car ride, do something that's going to bring up them emotions for you. Some of you may have also felt like you were at your wits with dealing with somebody that you couldn't trust. This feels like it. So this could be related to your career, but it feels more like the home balance. Like you were wondering if things were, something just didn't feel honest or like they were committing to the full truth. Some of you, they may have, I just feel like they either lived with you or now they're at a distance with you, or they once were at a distance with you as well. There might have been a lot of arguments or fights. The communication wasn't the best. It's almost, I just feel like you dealt with somebody you couldn't get through to, or every time you tried to, it was like your explanation of how to help a situation, it fell upon deaf ears, whatever that's about. A lot of you may have be seeking travels throughout the summer or fall. Some of you, it's more or less making the decision to figure out when you're going to do it, or if some of you are just, I feel like you're waiting the arrival or it's already set up. Some of you, you're waiting the arrival or it's already set up. Give me something else. If you want to do something for yourself because you're dealing with a lot of stressful situations, I feel like the message is secretly just take the time out for you. Do it for yourself. Something about you can always come back to home or work later, or anything that feels kind of like it's been hard to work or get in front of you. I do feel like you've been building momentum. I just get this energy like there's something you have to do for yourself right now. Give yourself a little bit more time is what it feels like. I feel like emotionally you've been fighting everybody else's affairs, but not fighting your own affairs enough. I feel like the emotions need to go back home, back to you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you've learned a lot in the past, but I feel like you've kind of felt kind of stuck with having happiness or celebrations. It may be because you've been a lot of you've been trying to help somebody else heal. Others of you may be keeping it to yourself and not dealing with anybody because of the physicality of not wanting to deal with the situation that makes you feel like it could be a burden or come to a closure. You know, start and stop before it basically get on the wheel just to fall right off the wheel. Fall completely off the wheel, by the way. Show me something Taurus's energy, please. I feel like you've known to trust your decisions recently, but I do feel like you've been struggling to do this. I don't feel like some of you might have been struggling with work or career for a while, and it's starting to produce. I get like it's starting to produce progress, or it will be shifting. But I feel like the message I'm supposed to tell you out of those cards is you've been lacking trusting to do something, go on a venture on your own, experience something that's for you. I just get like you may have held back, or you may have felt like there were other situations that had more importance. Some of you, they may have just had more importance, but I do feel like you need to discover that that's your best ticket right now. What are you talking about? Okay. Another message for a Taurus, whether it's the Taurus that this has been making sense to, or the Taurus that comes in and this part finally makes sense to them. There's Taurus energy out there where if you were upset or you were trying to internally figure a situation out, a lot of you may have had to come to the basically the realization that you could not get through to a situation with a person. And when you discovered that you couldn't do this, I feel like you identified this has to be hung up. You may have even lost some of you, whether it was respect or what's the word? Physical attraction. You may have stopped becoming so physically attracted to the person that you're no longer with. And I feel like you're aware of that. I feel like it's not something you let bother you. I feel like if anything bothers you, it's making time for yourself right now. Or dealing with the emotions of some people that are younger than you. Could be multiple people or just one. You could, so I've got two stories. It could be some of you, I feel like more of you, it's younger. But somebody out there, it could be an elder that's sick. Maybe feeling sick or down. Something like that for Taurus. Okay, let's keep going. How is everybody doing? Welcome in. Okay, let's go to the next sign. I guess we'll do Virgo. I wasn't going to do Virgo next, but I think we'll do Virgo. Virgo. I was going to jump around, but I'll go in order with the elements. All right. Here we go. Virgo. What's the full moon reading for Virgo? What do we have for Virgo? Yeah. Oh, you know I gotta light a cigarette up for you, Virgos. What the hell? Why do I feel like Virgos are trying to stay focused? Some of you are trying to stay focused, and it looks like towards letting go of the situations or the burdens of the past with love separations. Some of you, it's a family situation. This is the strangest thing. Some of you Virgos, I got the energy. You just reminded me of Aquarius for whatever reason. But I feel like there was situation. I feel like the message I was seeing is like you're fighting for the energy or moving away from energy that lacked passion or respect. You're putting that behind you. This is you putting it behind you. You're emotionally shutting it down. I don't feel like you have the patience for it anymore. I don't feel like you're willing to fight for a situation that made you feel like you didn't know if it was going to offer love, stability, or balance. I feel like you became aware of it's shock and awe kind of moment. Like, I can't do this. I'm breaking free away from it. I gotta close it. I gotta shut it down. Type of energy is what I'm seeing on you. Some of you are gonna stay focused on your career and your home life for a while. Something about career and home. Some of you may buy something that you appreciate. I don't know why I feel the energy to tell you you may buy something that you appreciate or you like to look at, whatever that's about. That's different. And I get that off of the Chariot for whatever reason. Here we go. Here we go. So have you said goodbye to the situations that kind of upset you, or that you felt fumbled you, or just didn't work out? I feel like I feel like Virgo's in an energy where they've decided to pay no mind to a situation that may disrupt their happiness or disturb their peace. Somebody close to you, by the way, is how this is coming out. I don't feel career on you. I feel like this is somebody that, this could be like a close family member or like a married-in partner. Something like that on your energy. Some of you, it's a family problem. It's family issues that didn't get resolved or never got squared away, that are still all broken. Others of you, it's the relationship that fell apart, and you not really wanting to let it linger in your energy or be a part of anything around you, whatever that is. Others of you did feel manipulated. I'm getting manipulated energy. Okay, here we go. Let's keep going. I'm gonna light a cigarette if I have them down here. All right. See if I can get this chair up. Ugh, fat ass. Whew, I gotta get back in the gym. I'm gaining too much weight. I'm probably 205, close to it. All right, here we go. Tell me something else for Virgo. Virgo, clarify it. Why is that here? What are you trying to tell me? Yes! Some of you Virgos, I really like it. What it's telling me, off of these first 4 cards, I really didn't like that. When I looked at that, I felt, do you know what I felt? Let's play a game. Welcome to the Lion's Den. What did I feel? Let's see. Let's see if anybody can figure out, what did I feel when I looked at that? I'm going to have to wait now. We're going to have to read the chat. I'm going to enjoy my cigarette. What did I feel when I looked at that? I want to see if somebody gets it. Somebody may get it. I'd be really happy if somebody gets it. But what did I feel when I looked at the Chariot and the Empress? Immediate. Just, oh, wait. I'll enjoy my Red Bull. Can anybody guess? It just one word. Just one word that upset me, that I felt when I looked at this. And then the next card, I was like, yes! So tell me, what did I feel? Gotta run it back. What did she write? Balancing of, no, not that one. Balancing of masculine and feminine energy. It would have been nice if I felt that. It's not what I felt. It would have been real nice if it was just balancing out, but that's no. Oh, hell no. Movement, harvest, upset you. Well, yeah, it kind of upset me. It did upset me. It rocked me a little bit because I didn't like it. And that's why I was like, yes, to the next card. I wanted to say manipulation, and it is kind of manipulation. It is, and it's kind of manipulation at its finest, but it doesn't, it may have been under a manipulator. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to give it. It's all right. I didn't give much time, and that wasn't expected for people to have to guess. Under someone's control, Virgo. I immediately felt like you felt like a woman fell under a man's control. I fucking hated that energy too, by the way. I hated it. Like he had to be controlling, or he had to control the outcome or the decision. And then I got this, the devil reversed. You're not letting that be a problem. Not letting somebody control you or obsess. You learning not to obsess over the person that wants all the power or control over a situation or over you. I didn't really care for that. You putting it behind you. These were the 4 cards I had gotten. Let's keep going for Virgo. You might have realized, you know something? The best thing for me to do is see it for what it is. I feel like you became honest with yourself and what you dealt with or who you dealt with is what this reading's telling me so far. I'm going to shuffle. Shuffle. How many times? Whatever reason, 3 times. Did you guys become honest that you needed to go, like, seek the changes, develop the changes, run towards happiness, not to being under somebody else's? I feel like you couldn't be like the wingman or be under somebody's, you know, they couldn't hold you. It almost feels like suffocation. Like they tried to suffocate you in this relationship. And it feels with control, like extreme control. They either try to control the narrative or the outcome. All the fucking time is what I get out of this energy. Here we go. That's probably why you recognize this wasn't the winning victory. It was probably too draining. And I think you stood up for yourself. I appreciate your reading. Virgo, I feel like you've identified problems. I feel like you were nested into a problem. You might have sat in the problem for longer, invested in it for longer than you expected to, too, is what this reading makes me feel. Until you recognize, what the frig or what the hell am I doing? And started really focusing on yourself. What's next to the magician? And rushing towards changing, adapting toward changing, or fighting for your own independent energy. Going after the decisions that are going to feel justified for all, not just for one. Because I feel like that's what you dealt with. Somebody who you dealt with it's my way or the highway type energy. And I do get this energy. The son of a bitch hid it. The son of a bitch hid this from the general public, from the eye of people. But at home, that's how they were. If you went out, that's how they are. Oh my God. That's what I'm getting off of this. You are no longer stuck or committed to those problems, which is good. Give me something else for Virgo, please. What's the message? You've let it come to an ending. I think you recognized that it was just making you maybe feel weak in the knees. You might have been worried. For the Virgo that was worried about the separation, I'm going to tell you what I feel like. You were either worried or sacrificing your time for somebody else's health, whether it was their physical or mental health. This could be, I get like you could have been a child's energy around you. I also get this energy that you could have been worried about for your finances going forward. Being able to do this on your own. But I knew, something tells me you knew you couldn't lie to yourself about what to do and to make the decision to do it so you could get balance in your life. Others of you have been waiting patiently for the new arrival of love. I do feel like some of you veer your thoughts or your emotions towards love or being happy with a love situation because of what you dealt with. What are you not trying to stress about? Some of you are trying not to stress about building the next great celebration or having it happen or manifest. But I think a lot of this has to do with you accepting endings or the wounds of the last relationship, knowing that it was unfair. This definitely tells me that it was unfair. This is unfair energy. It was not balancing itself out. And now I feel like you're going to start manifesting things that work out in your favor. Clarify the star card. Strength. Clarify the strength card. Star and strength. What's going on for Virgo? You've become strong and identified to release the past. Next card, I can't see it. Now you're becoming more independent. Some of you, you're doing this very discreetly, or you're not letting the other person know, or you didn't want the person to know what you were up to. You know, maybe, you know that saying where don't tell everybody your plans? You may have felt that way when you were attached to the situation, where you couldn't let them know what you were up to or what you were doing, what your next move was going to be. You were, instead of telling them your next move, it was like, no, I can't tell them my next move. You knew that, and you knew that it just, I get an energy that it made you feel uncomfortable. I feel like you've learned how to overcome this, by the way. I definitely feel, look who, you jumped in my lap. I feel like you have learned how to like let it go, not be upset by it. Okay. Like, holy hell, you jumped like flip, like you just did a backflip into my belly. All right. I think you've learned that it wasn't the right thing and you're not going to let it upset you anymore. It's something about, you know, not to be emotionally upset and just to keep putting in the hard work. I really like your reading. That's what I've got for Virgo. Virgos, you're going to stay very productive, but at the same time, some of you are going to, I feel like some of you have either moved out or are going to keep at a distance or keep communication very subtle with people. I just feel like you're breaking free. I feel like somebody tried to make you pretend like you were the wingman when really the wingman their head was being covered with a blanket, and Virgo got sick of dealing with it. I just feel like they weren't playing with you fairly. Things weren't playing with you fairly, and I do get the energy because I kept seeing this in your reading that you'll get happiness out of the equation. I saw every time I shuffled, I would see the top of the sun. Every time I shuffled for you. And I'm like, why do you keep bringing up happiness? At some point, I might bring that up. And it's towards the end of what I have to say. Some of you are very focused on either the health situations or planting the future. Planting the future, paying attention to what's going to work career-wise, or you may need to start making sure you're saving your money or investing it in the right things. What is the past doing? You might have dealt with the past and realized it was unfavorable or unbalancing in a situation. For a lot of you, it was love or the passion of it, getting love and balance. It wasn't working out. This is for the single Virgo or the one who you're definitely single, or it was like a rude awakening to a situation that you dealt with. Whatever that's about. I feel like you could be a mother, by the way. I feel like you're a mother and you're on the move. You're leaving everything behind. The drama, the stress, you're leaving it behind, and you're going after independence. Something about, I need to go after independence, and I cannot stress that it's probably going to help with balance. Some of you might have worried about doing things on your own or feeling cut away from the situation. And I just saw the sun card again. And I feel like the message that I'm skipping is you're not going to let anything get in the way of building your happiness. And I think you're aware of that. I believe that you're aware of that. Let's go. Ha! Did you see that? What jumped out? Bada bing, bada boom. You're aware of your happiness. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Thank you, Spirit. They're like, show them. Here we go. I love it. This is wild. Here we go. Who's next? Capricorn. Capricorn, the goats. Capricorn, with your awesome moon. Your awesome moon phase that's going on. Of course, the card that would be on the bottom, Capricorn. We know you kick ass with money. We know that you're bringing everybody prosperity and abundance. We know during this moon. Actually, you're doing a lot of nice things for people. So thank you, Capricorn. Here we go. Here we go. Capricorn. Let's get it. Capricorn. Like my little kitty pendulum right here. Capricorn, do you have your eye on the prize? Look at that cat. Hard focus. Focus like a son of a bitch. I feel like you do. And if you don't, I bet you will soon. I feel like you do, though. I really feel like you do. Some of you can't. It's wise not to hold back on the next investment or the next trial, something that you're trying out. Some of you, I feel like it's a business, some kind of business you want to start, or you're already invested in. Some of you, it's been a long time waiting. You've been waiting for this to show up, or not resolve, but get better. Show out a little bit more. Waiting, trusting, and hoping kind of energy so far. Capricorn's energy, what's going on? The full moon reading for Capricorn, please. I feel like 5 is here to tell you the change is here. I feel like your moon phase is helping not only your element, but all elements a little more than people. I hope it gives everybody what they want more and more than the typical moon energy can. And I feel like we all are ready for that powerful change. Here we go for Capricorn. What's changing for Capricorn? What's happening? What's the message? I think you're letting go of things that no. So Capricorn, it looks to me like things that you know bothered you or were unserving or unrighteous, didn't treat you fair. I don't feel like Capricorn's paying any mind to that at this time. I feel like Capricorn knows emotionally that's the wrong investment to focus or look on. I feel like you're going to pay attention to the judgments. I don't think you're going to let anything bother you or come back around you that makes you feel upset at all. I don't feel like you'll give it time. I feel like Capricorn's kind of taking the time to recognize that they can't let the things they've dealt with get the best of them. They also may feel like they don't have patience for the situation, or anytime they have those thoughts, I feel like you cut free of them immediately. Show me something. You, one shuffle, you cut through them immediately. Could have been a broken heart or feeling sabotaged, being sabotaged. So some of you may have felt played, cheated, neglected in the last relationship. It doesn't bother you anymore. This is telling me it doesn't bother you. You don't communicate with this person. You do. Look at this. I was looking at this one. And I said it, and whoever this is for, you do not communicate with this person. And why? Because they deceive the shit out of you. And you're aware of that now, Capricorn. There is no time for love. There's no time for celebrations. There's no time for lust. You know, I'm not going to go out with you. I'm not going to have some drinks with you. I don't trust you is the message here. I will not play with you is the message here. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you kind of energy for Capricorn. At one point, I feel like it did have you upset. I feel like you've cut free of that. I feel like you've recognized I can't stay upset in energy like this. This is not who I am. I will leave it out in the cold. I will not build with you. I will not pick up the phone. I blocked your number. Or I don't know who you are. Kind of like stranger danger. Kind of like that's how you treated the situation. What will you not do? You won't build with the sun be again. All right? I feel like you're not going to let things get in the way of your happiness at this time, Capricorn. Capricorn, you feel very, not only do you feel very abundant, I feel a lot of protection around you. I feel a lot of spiritual protection around you, which I don't usually say in my readings, but I'm feeling that while I'm reading you. Okay, here we go. What's going on for Capricorn? Show me something. Some of you are going to be very, very precise on what to participate in or what to cut free of. Basically, what to work towards and what to cut free of. What works and what doesn't, clarify it. Clarify anything you can, Capricorn. There you are again. And it has to do with your finances. Oh my God, it has to do with your finances and your stability. The cards are making. I told you I like your moon. I really like your moon. I love when it comes out like this for some of the tarot reads. But this is what I'm getting. You have this like vibrant energy on you right now, where you may want love, but you've identified the past and you've learned not to stress about that. Some of you are very goal or career oriented, but emotionally can't wait for the next love thing to happen. Some of you may have felt distracted or at a distance with going towards manifesting love or having the time. What's going on with the past? I think you've learned how to respect the nature of the past or the situation you dealt with. You learn how to fight for one thing: balance, fair give and take, make the decision. Sometimes it's better to cut out something, not emotionally be invested in something that's going to turn out to give secrets or fear-based thoughts. And I feel like you established knowing, I'm not doing that. I'm going to balance situations out. I was stressed out at one time, but I won't be stressed out anymore. I won't build in that direction. Your imagination seems like it was the key to knowing what to cut out, what emotionally may have erupted or stressed you out, and you are aware of this. And because you became aware of this, what did you fight for? One powerful thing, and that's balance. And I feel like it's going to rush in. You dealt with somebody that was deceptive, and I don't feel like there's communication with this person anymore. I also see that emotionally, you may have been trying to discover, how do I not worry about finances? So you guys, Capricorns, have been really knowing their worth when it comes to relationships or love relationships. But some of you are very lucrative and fortunate, or will continue to be right now. Others of you are fighting for that fortune, and this is a pretty good time for you. If I had to give you a yes or no answer on a career situation, if it had to do with bettering something, I would give you a wide open yes. All right, I'm done. The card, I just literally put the cards down, didn't know that was there, split them in threes. And when it comes to your stability, I would tell you, even though I would read that as a no, yes, go after it. Seek the changes. Don't let anything disturb you. And I feel like I don't have to remind you about that. I think you've already went through the trials, and you're circling towards your happiness. Others of you may get communication in love, or you may decide. So some of you guys are going to have the opportunity to entertain love and money, is what it's telling me in this reading. Entertain both, fiercely chase both. And I get the message is like it's up to you. Something about this is all up to you emotionally. If you want to work on it, it's there for you. It's there for the Capricorn. Who's it there for? Huh? Your message is done. Stick a fork in me. It's there for you. Welcome to the Lion's Den. Wow, your energy was good. Not bad. So was Virgo's. I don't remember anybody's energy before you and Virgo, and I'm going to forget Virgo in about 2 minutes probably. Actually, I say it like I do remember Virgo. I remember like bits and pieces at this point. All right, we're back at that time. Who are we going to do next? What sign should we do next? You let me know and we'll do it, okay? You let me know and we'll do that sign next, okay, guys? Ladies and gentlemen. All right. Sasha's pushing for the aqua sign. I think you said aqua before I asked what sign. Before I even asked what sign should we do, I think she wrote aqua. They're always last. I think it was her who said that. Who knows? It might be correct, might be wrong. I don't know how well I focused on the comments at the time. Welcome in, Darlene Fish. Hello, Rhonda. Soul. Number 8. Hello. Maria. Hello. Or is it Myra? Hello. I don't know if I said hello, Barb. Hello. Hey, Jill. Okay. We're going to go with this deck. No, this one. Here we go. We got to flip the sign. And we're going to pick... let's see. Give me a second, everybody. Let's do... Oh, I don't think I ever changed. Oh, no, I did. Capricorn was last. I think I put Virgo Spanner up. Let's do... I feel the need to do Cancer. I'm going to start with water. I feel like Cancers are really wanting to see things move or change. For the zodiac sign of Cancer, I feel like you want to see things move or change. I feel like that is kind of a priority for you. Wow, these went everywhere. Some of you would... I feel like I'm going to get a singles read. I feel like it's going to be a singles read with what it showed me, but we'll see. All right. There we go. Here we go. Maybe I should fix that. There we go. That's a little bit better. I need to shuffle a little more for you. Cancer. Why do I get the message like you're on your own, solo? You built either been on your own for. I get this is for the Cancer that's been on their own for a while. You're either a single woman or a man, by the way, and I feel like you're striving to build towards happiness with money and love. I'm going to tell you money and love. 10 of Pentacles is reversed. That's money and I feel like money and love. It's almost like you don't want to let go of the things that fascinate you or emotionally uplift you, and you're just waiting for the movement to happen. Some of you could be sick and tired of feeling sick and tired or having to release things or feeling like you have to start all over, brand new somewhere else as well for the sign of Cancer. Whether it has to do with the love department or some of you may have been moving your finances around a lot or spending more financially. Be careful of that. I don't know what that's about, but I'm feeling that on your energy. So I get a juggling act with either some of you are, I get this energy where it's like you want to go after a new connection or find your happiness, but at the same time, you may feel as if some of you, okay, this may not be everybody's, but I gotta say what I'm seeing in the reading. Some of you, you're fighting through recognizing that you may have to let go of the things that bothered you in love. Some of you need to fight through, I'm gonna say what I'm feeling. You have to fight through the negative parts. Some of you, it's like so I get it. So some of you may tell yourself you've accepted the negative endings or situations around you, but really have you? That's the message here. But really have you? Because I don't feel like you have. I feel like you say you have, but you haven't. And I feel like you're full of shit and you know that. And you may try to be focusing on career or money more than letting go of what upsets you. So some of you are upset about the situations, the way love's went on. But you try to say that you're okay or it's behind me is what it says. And this is the Cancer that works a lot. You work like a lot, or you put all your time and energy into work over celebrations. You may go out here from time to time, but really, I feel like you're not willing to sacrifice or trust. I'm done. Sacrifice or trust. And who fell out before that? You did. Sacrifice or trust. The trust is in reverse. The high priestess. I feel like you're not willing to sacrifice or trust going towards anything. Go for the ride again. The excitement, the joy of it. Move towards it. It's something about you keep looking away from the battle, or you feel like it's going to exhaust you, or it's going to be habitual. It's gonna repeat itself. The process will be the fucking same. It's kind of the energy I'm feeling on you. And I feel like when it comes to happiness, you're trying to get the strength emotionally, not lie to yourself about being aware that you don't want to see an ending, something start just to end, or to feel like secretly it just ends up being in the fucking toilet. I think you know this. And I feel like you try not to lie about opening up the imagination of discovering that things can work out. So your reading's telling me a specific story, Cancer. I feel like I'm mind reading your shit. Honestly, this is something that goes on within inside of Cancer's mind, is what I'm feeling in this reading. So it's like you're going through a situation where things may not have made you happy. You're aware of it. You have identified with it. You feel like you're completely over it, but you're really not. You hold on to those emotions. You know you hold on to those emotions. You know you want to see change, but you're tired of things not sacrificing. The sacrifice is not being made or showing up. Holy shit! All my ice is almost melted. Wow, it's that humid here. Oh my god. So let's keep going. Give me something else for Cancer. I had to drink that. Oh, it tastes like all watered down. Here we go. Show me something else for Cancer. Some of you, it's just emotionally feeling like things have been off balance. It's definitely emotions. Your emotions, you have felt like, I feel like you felt like things just keep showing up the wrong way. And you're trying to cut free of it, not be stuck towards it, identify it's the past, not emotionally be stuck on it. But at the same time, I don't think it's run away from you. I don't think it's been able to. I don't know how it did that. I think I just heard my phone go off. I turned the sound. I thought the sound was off. Hold on, everybody. Maybe the sound's not off. Oh no, I don't know why it was back on. It's off with your head. Oh, I know why. I only turned the volume down. I didn't slide the bar down and hit sound off. Goodbye. Now, the only thing you guys may hear is my alarm. My alarm it overrides the sound bar. Okay. What's going on with Cancer? You're fighting to build happiness with your emotions. Becoming emotionally strong. Wanting to focus on the things that make you happy because they feel like they haven't been showing up. I'm telling you, you know this. This is the 10 of Pentacles reversed. You're aware of things not showing up to make you happy. I feel like you're tired of being patient with the situation or feeling at a loss for it. It's a left behind. I feel like you feel left out of the circle, the equation, or you have the I'm a lone warrior, and I want to move out of this energy. I want to move towards a celebration. You know, I'm ready for it. You're ready for it, by the way, Cancer. You just showed up. You are ready for it. You may have had a lot of things that you focus on, especially around getting things done, stability, life in general, making ends meet. But at the same time, I feel like while you're focusing on that, you've been trying to be strong about the situations that didn't work out in family situations or love. It's family and love. Your reading's all about family and love and you trying to get out of that heartbroken energy. Some of you try to say, I don't let it stress me out. I focus on the things I can create or be passionate, but you're fucking lying. I know you're lying. I can feel your energy. You're lying. You have passion and regard, but you're hurt. There's a hurt that the only person's going to be able to make the decision to fix it is you. The only person that can make the decision to fix the situation is you. I don't, and it comes down to, there were lies. Some of you, it might have been, there were lies told about you, or I get there was some, hold on. I have the Page of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Magician reverse. What's next? Somebody might have strategized how to put you in a position that didn't feel so great emotionally, left you out in the cold. There's a person's energy around you that may have spread lies or rumors about you. I hate to say this, but there's an energy that it shows me that somebody may have tried to get the better of you, or that's how they view you with them. Somebody was out for themselves. And I think you've had a lot of thought or practice with the situation. You've learned about it, and you've just been sitting, waiting for things to change and manifest for better for you. I feel like you've been waiting for things to manifest or change for you. And you may not trust love right now. Some of you, it may be like, I don't trust love situations right now. Or you may have just had, some of you could have been as simple as, I learned I couldn't trust this love situation. I need to focus on the abundant energy that I can create, and I need to fight for what's going to work for me. Once I'm done fighting for what's going to work for me and prove noteworthy for me, then I'll fight for love. But right now, it's not what's happening. Do I feel like you've been wanting love? Yes. But do I think career has been way more important for you? Yes. I do feel like career has been way more important for you, and that's what you've been working with versus one thing, love. Okay? I do feel like you did feel like you were cheated too, and you've been trying to move away from it, but it's something that's not easy to move away from because you may have a lot of heart over the situation or care for the situation, something like that for Cancer. I feel like there's a situation that upsets you, or there's situations that you want to work towards, but you're not. I just feel like you're focused more on work status, and I didn't see that until it doesn't matter. There's this too now, as I keep going like doot. I feel like you're more focused on work and career balance than the balance you want when it comes to love, or focusing on if you want to fix a situation, if you want to take on the reins to nurture the situation or stay away from it. You're back and forth with do I play with it? What will happen? Can I trust the outcome? Will they listen? Will they cut me off? Will they feel like they're being lied to? Whatever that's about. That's what I'm seeing for you. Some of you could also have love options show up. You could have somebody that finds an interest in you. Clarify. I'm going to shuffle. I'm just going to shuffle in my hands, and we're going to give me clarification on this part. Where is this going? Yeah, you may have somebody that fancies you. You have the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. That's somebody that wants to get together with you. That wants to become like evolve them, basically start working with you, or seeing if you would entertain. You may have somebody that admires you for who you are, or somebody that likes investing their time, spending time with you could show up if it hasn't already showed up. And it's crazy. Twice it shuffled the investment, and I feel like you're their investment. I don't feel like you worry about it though. So it could be somebody younger than you. Thank you for the super chat. It says you don't worry about it. It says once in a while you think about what could go on, but I don't get worry on your energy. Like, no, you don't stress about this. The Nine of Wands. Oh, I'm going to catch it first. Caught the alarm. Haha, bitch. That was to my phone's alarm, YouTube. But I just don't see you worrying about a victory. I mean, once in a while, I think there are things that you do let circle in your mind, but then you try to clear your thoughts as fast as possible. I feel like you don't want to get drowned in something you've already dealt with. Something about knowing that that's not practical and it's got to be erased. I get like you need to and you do erase it. You may, like the birds in that, set it free. Some of you may have felt as well like you were treated wrong. You were treated wrong in a home environment or a relationship around the home, disregarded. And every time that's happened, I don't feel like the scenario has been fixed. I feel like you fight for work. Thank you for the super chat. If I didn't say thank you, Rhonda. And I feel like your imagination is expanding and you are learning. Some of you are learning some of you are picking up or getting balance on a spiritual aspect, or it's just spiritual may have taught you a lot, or I'm going to tell you, either spiritualism's taught you a lot or it's going to start to. For a lot of you, I feel like you already were pretty spiritually aware and open to your emotions or how to disregard them, even though they weren't fully in the trash because you were still attached to them. I could feel that in your reading in the beginning, by the way. What I'm telling you is I feel like spirit's going to start kicking your ass with basically becoming either more intuitive, more psychic, more, if you're a medium, more into that, while you're focused on your stability. Oh, I'm over it. Boom. As I said that, the Hermit came out. You're going to have a clearer inner knowing. That's what I have for Cancer. Okay. Here we go in a minute. Cancer. Are we at Leo already? Leo. Here we go. Leo, Leo, Leo. Yeah. Here we go. I'm going to look at your cards and be like, Leo, you just need to learn when to shut the fuck up and shut up. We'll see what Leo gets. Welcome in, Fire. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy 4th of July, everybody. And what? I don't even know. What time is it? Like 9? 8:39? It's almost 9. 3 hours to go until the 4th. For those who live in the United States, happy Independence Day. Here we go. All right. I have no idea what we're going to get for Leo. We're going to find out. Oh, wait a minute. I felt like we're going in order. Felt like we were going in order. I should do that. I felt like I was going from regular 1, 2, 3. Obviously, you can tell because Cancer, Leo. I think Cancer. Cancer shared enough of the water energy, so we'll have to do a rain check on what is it, Cancer. We did Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Scorpio's next. Not Leo, Scorpio. 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 I'm actually intrigued to do Scorpio's reading because Scorpio, you are one of the signs. Before we start your reading, you are one of the signs where I've been lucky enough to remember enough of one of your past readings and then to be around a Scorpio and actually see my reading resonate for that Scorpio. Imagine sitting in a car and sitting in a car with somebody and listening to the Scorpio. And what they're doing is resonating with what you've said in the tarot. And you don't even know if they watched your show, your video, or what happened, what have you. You don't know. It's not a big deal. You're more or less like, damn, you just reminded me what I was telling Scorpio. And it was showing for that Scorpio. And it had to do with their intuitive gifts and or abilities, and I was like, good job, like explaining to them like, oh, good. I can tell you've gotten spiritually a little more in tune. And as soon as I said that, I remembered saying that was coming, or you're going through that, Scorpio. And I'm like, well, good. So I got a little bit of confirmation from that. Give me 1 second. Oh. Okay. Da da da. What card was that? And why was that way over there? You belong, I think, over here. Yes, goes to that deck. The Eight of Wands. Travels, maybe? Some of you Scorpios up to some traveling. Could you be soon? Here we go. It's a totally different deck. I had dropped 1 or 2 of these on the floor, and I realized another deck, one of the cards hit the floor. Oh, probably been sitting there for a while. What do we have for Scorpio? I laugh because like I open up and I get honest with you guys. Like, I don't know what other people do on their channels, but I'll come out here and I'll get honest with you. And it's like that Scorpio is very aware of, like, when I get on the phone with them, I have something to tell them. Look out for it. You might want to keep your eye on it. Keep open to the idea that it may show up. Be possible. Here we go. All right, Scorpio. Full moon reading for you. Oh, I want to know. I want to know. Ha! That makes sense. God, I think I'm looking at this and I'm like, why do I feel the energy to say, Scorpio, you may be trying to stay distant, discreet, or away from a certain crowd. This is the Three of Pentacles reverse, Scorpio. This tells me you may know there's a certain crowd or energy of that you don't really want to participate in. Whether it's a function, it feels more like people. You're not gonna go towards that. It's crazy the fact that like this shit's like almost reading my thoughts very closely. You might have had to cut situations out, or this has something to do with you. I get the energy like the people you may have cut out share the same passion or desire. Stability though. I clarify it. What's going on? I feel like you've been too busy playing with what you want. You may have you had to cut free. I feel like you learned that there was a situation around you that wasn't for your highest good. There was a situation you felt that wasn't for your highest good, judgment, outcome. You kind of had to pull the curtain back, withdraw. I get like you had to withdraw from a crowd of friends or people that you knew it wasn't the best for you. Keeps showing me the Strength card, by the way. I haven't told you guys. It was the main card that hit the floor, and I've seen it 3 times since I've shuffled. Well, if it comes out, it comes out. Let's see what we get. The Chariot. What if I the Chariot? So I feel like there's Scorpio people out there who identified you're not going to have that that pull and push energy on you, because you have the Knight of Swords and the Chariot upright. The Chariot and the Knight of Swords, what I'm looking down at, it just looks like you recognize you're not gonna have the fiasco, the push and pull energy around you. You will not tolerate this. You're like, no. I feel like you may also have been really working on your home attire. So at home and business. I get home and business, maybe even trying to work from home. Some of you may have had somebody that tried to rush back in, and this is no. I feel like the answer is no. When it comes to love, I feel like this is you saying it's got to come to a way where I can trust it. If it doesn't show me that I can trust it, kind of like I just don't want to deal with it. The World and the Five of Swords. There may have been a situation that not only did it help you learn something, you didn't want it to frustrate you. And I think it was frustrating you in love. I think there was a love situation you dealt with that was frustrating you until you finally spun the wheel or decided to go after something else. For me, it looks like you're going after fighting for now. So you don't want to be stressed out. You don't want to have to worry about health right now, is what I'm getting. And you're really passionate about either business. I get like a business energy on you. Seeing the business change or start to grow. Some of you, it's been taken forever is the message. Seeing something take off in a situation, but I feel like you're not giving up. I feel like you won't give up. Or the message is, if you were about to give up, don't. King of Pentacles, don't. Others of you, it could be you're focused on establishing or creating more money or investments, but also having a good time at the same time. Going out, establishing new relationships, building new relationships, something like that. I feel the energy to say you're going to build new relationships, or you may invest in new property as well, or you're looking for the right. I get the energy like I want to look for the right investment. The message I feel like is it seems like you just don't want to have to have any struggles in life, or worry about struggles at all, is what I'm seeing for Scorpio. Hold on, everybody. My phone keeps lighting up. I just want to make sure everything's all right. We good. Show me something else for Scorpio. The Magician reversed. There's the Strength card. So you're not lying about what you've dealt with or had to tolerate in the past. What might have not shown up correct for you. I feel like you've seen it. I feel like you've went through the woodwork, the trials, the tribulations of situations, and emotionally you've cut free of them. Even cut communication, or known that it wasn't the right value. I feel like what you're doing is you're valuing what you can manifest. And I do feel like your manifestations are pouring in fast. I feel like fast, like that water's pouring quick. And guess who it's pouring for? The next card is you, the Death card upright. It's definitely coming towards you. And I feel like you're going towards it. That's good. Oh my God. And it looks very, very good for you. So if there's been something you've been worrying about, don't worry. My message to you is don't worry. Just keep putting in the work and keep manifesting the correct thoughts. And you may reach the solutions you're looking for. Just keep putting in the work. I'm so over this reading. I feel like you've had to be patient for so long. And I feel like you're going to get a win. I feel like you're going to get a win. And I feel like your imagination is expanding. What else is here? Some of you may have had some hard times or some stressful things to overcome at one point. But I don't think you're going to lie or let anything get in the way of your victory. Nothing's going to, there's going to be you're not going to, if there was a block in the road, you'll get on the horse and you'll jump over the block. And you're not going to let anything cut you free. I feel like anything that comes at you deceptive, you'll emotionally block it out or just get away from it. If you know you can't trust it, if you know it's untrustworthy, definitely untrustworthy, You'll focus on your passion. You'll see it for what it is, and you won't let it come towards you. You've already made this decision. Some of you have already invested in yourself enough to know that that's the clarity and judgment, the precision you want for yourself as well. You've left it behind. Some of you, you may have discovered that your opinion matters, or what I have to say. Basically, I feel like you're a very high value. Not only do I feel like you're a loving, a giving, caring person, I just feel like you've learned how. I'm gonna say something very awkward, but I feel like Scorpio at this time, you're learning how to read people very well. That's what I feel like Scorpio's doing. I feel like the past taught you a lot. I feel like the past has taught you so much. And emotionally, if it comes towards you or makes you wonder, what are you gonna do? Next card. Emotionally, you'll just probably say, you know what? I've been here, and I'm not gonna let it throw me off balance. I think you know better. You have like I'm not only am I smarter, but I'm smarter / I'm older / I'm wiser reading Scorpio. I don't know. That's what I've got. Some of you, somebody may have missed to travel with you, or you may have wanted to travel and it might have been delayed. Something like that as well. Travel keeps showing up in the reverse. You may also just be looking farther ahead in time. Your manifestations, you may be playing them in your mind further out, whatever that's about. Wanting to see them way ahead of time, something like that. Something that you're very passionate about too. And I feel like you've just been working towards it. Rushing towards it. Look at double rushing energy. Okay. Here we go. All right, so we did Scorpio. Pisces. Pisces, you're not last. You are not last. Here we go. It is getting hot down here. I should open that window, but then again, probably just let in more mugginess. Pisces. Pisces, look at this. One shuffle. All right, that's you. One shuffle. I think you're leaving things in the cold. What's done is done type energy. You're really wanting to leave things in the cold and focus on the proper investment. Some of you, it's with a relationship. Others of you, it might be starting to learn how to trust, how to invest in yourself a little bit more, whether it's relationship regarded or whether it has to do in business in itself. Why do I get like you may think? I just get this. If you've overlooked or shadows, like pushed to the side, put it in the shadows, some kind of business that you wanted to get involved in, it may be worth it for some of you. I don't know. I just felt this lucky feeling like it would work out. You'd have the upper hand. I just get like you've thought about it, but it sits in your mind, but you procrastinate about doing anything with it. Whoever that's for, that's a Pisces. So it's like you want to change, but you don't go after it, or it has excited you in the past, but you let go of the feeling or the emotion or the attachment. I don't know. I don't get it. Whatever. That's what I'm getting. All right, let's go. Pisces. What do we have for the zodiac sign of Pisces? I don't think Leo's going to be last tonight. Sorry, Leo. I almost jumped the gun on you. I think you're going to be last. I'm sorry. I'm a patient Leo, so hopefully the ones that watch are the patient ones too. If not, I tried. Here we go. Pisces energy. What do we have under this full moon? What do you want to say to Pisces? Whoa. Did you walk away from a water or a fire sign? Straight out the rip, Pisces. Did you leave a water sign in the dirt? Or did a water or fire sign leave you in the dirt? Something like that. Somebody, I feel like, had to, this tells me somebody had to move on. It's probably you. I feel like you had to move on. You recognized you couldn't build somewhere. You also may be working on opening your imagination, or more fascinated with your imagination, or what you can learn with your imagination. I don't feel like you're going to let things distract you right now. I'm done. You're not going to let things distract you right now. You will not do that. And if you were to do that, you wouldn't be committing to yourself. You'd be committing to more more problems. Things that you don't need, things that wouldn't settle your mind, things that may stress you out. I feel like you've wanted endings with that. You haven't wanted to be emotionally array or apart from situations. I feel like you're moving away from that, and it's the right judgment or discernment for you, the right action. Some of you might have felt like a love situation definitely could have been a fire, water, air sign that may have made you feel like there could have been something, or it was the right risk or maneuver to build with. Well, now that's behind you. I think now you've recognized you've really got to go after the things that internally are going to make you happy, not the things that have hurt you, not the things that may have made you feel like they were there 1 minute and gone the next, not the things that rattled your happiness when it came to working together. I feel like it was out of balance, and now you've released it. This tells me you're letting go of those thoughts. You're understanding I can't stress on those things. I need to stress on the importance of what is good. This wasn't playing out fair. It was driving me fucking nuts. And now I'm going to be passionate about the things I can be passionate for. Some of you, it's staying invested, whether it's in grandchildren or your own children, your own happiness and the happiness that is around you at this time. Could be kids. Could be putting a lot of time with you, spending a lot of time with your children, grandchildren, something like that. Looking to go on celebrations. Some of you could have had delays in celebrations as well, delays or little hiccups on the way to getting to them. Give me something else for Pisces, please. We'll shuffle again. Here we go. Pisces. What is the message for Pisces? You getting it? All right. So I feel like you had to say no to communication. I feel like you wanted communication at one point, or they wanted it from you. It's vice versa energy. So it could have been either way. It does feel more like, even though the cards, I feel like there was somebody you were hoping that would mostly speak or invest in you. I feel like they didn't do it. They didn't do it. They didn't invest in one person, and that's you. And I think you have the awareness. The secret's out. You know about this. Emotionally, I feel like you had to basically, you had to accept this. This is like you had no choice but to accept it, and not to let it upset you or get the best of you. Know that just because emotionally they're not coming forward or they're not showing up. I'm done. They are not showing up. That is the Page of Pentacles reversed. They weren't building with you. You have double. They wouldn't build with you or show up correctly the way you were expecting or hoping. And I feel like now it pushed you to fight for more balance, equality in life. Care about the ones you can care about or the ones that care about you. I like that. So it's kind of like, you ever heard the saying, every dog has its day? Well, I feel like Pisces has recognized that. I also feel like you're really focused on the next investment, or some of you I'm telling you, I get this energy about there's some kind of business you delay or you don't put enough effort into, and you probably should. I just feel like you do very well with that. Clarify anything. Some of you are trying to learn what's going to be the next best thing when it comes to business or being practical with what to manifest or what you want to manifest. Some of you could feel in limbo. I get this in limbo energy with pursuing action. Do I rush towards stability? Should I be fighting for that? No, I don't know if I want to play with that because I kind of want to play with love. And I was feeling that before I said it. I was like, it's going to show me love. It's going to show me love. And there's the love. So you're in between, you're in flux with money and love, kind of. I don't think you're holding back though on situations that have shown you can't trust them. I think you've established that it was out of balance or that it was unhealthy, so it's gone. It's now behind you, and you don't have to worry about it emotionally. That's probably the right. I feel like you took the right action, and it could have definitely been an air, water, fire sign. Whatever it was, I feel like it set you free, or you had to set it free. So some of you didn't get closure. You didn't get fucking closure. I feel like you didn't hear from the horse's mouth, whatever the fuck that's about. I feel like when they walked away, you didn't get closure. The message was, who cares? Start building towards the love that you respect and that is deserving of you. You know, I feel like it did upset you, but I don't feel like it's something you're supposed to let linger or move towards. I feel like at one point you were hoping to hear from an individual till you said, F this. This one ain't the one. I need to just wait for the right time for somebody to invest. And I can't stress about this. I got to stress about what's good for me. Some of you, I do feel this is upright. I feel like you may feel like you're in limbo with love and career, or the next thing you're going to do in that direction, the next move, the next way you're going to make it work. Oh, what is it? What is it? The Six of Cups, and you have water and fire energy. So did the past either... I feel like the past showed you what can upset you, but I feel like you dealt with a situation that may have upset you, or when it threw you off balance, it gave you a little more respect to have a little more balance. It might have matured you a little bit as well. The Empress reversed and stability. I feel like you fought with your thoughts on this for a while. Your imagination felt like it was the right risk, is what I'm seeing. Until emotionally you realize you're dealing with deceptive energy, and you had to cut free of it and make the decision and accept an ending. Accept it to be part of your past. I feel like you've adapted to that. You moved on. Death card. I feel like you know better. Ten of Cups reverse. I feel like you know that you were like the scapegoat in this reading. You became the scapegoat. You've known that that's the practical or the wise investment for yourself and those you care about. In other words, so because inevitably you need to focus on the things that make you happy, not the things that upset you. And I think you've learned how to do that, gotten strong about how to do that. Might have taken a hell of a lot of patience though, but that can produce a big victory that starts wanting to work towards you, or you start working towards Pisces. You may not have discovered this yet, but you may see this show up for you. So you basically, I feel like you're going to be doing things on your own, and you're just going with like the time, like the ebb and flows of situations. You may have to make decisions work related while you have love on the mind. I feel like the more you separate from love and invest in work, the more that you're going to produce a love scenario. I don't know who that's for, but I feel like that's coming in hot and heavy for you. That's coming in hot and heavy from the Leo to the Pisces. Here we go. All right, now we're going to do air signs. We are going to start with Gemini. Gemini, I'm going to drink my watered down coffee. Hold on. Hey, Google, what's the humidity here? 90%. It's ridiculous. Oh my God. Oh, so sick of it. Here we go. That's what happens when you get surrounded, when you live by, like, basically water is everywhere. There's so many beaches in this town, it's ridiculous. Like, so many ocean beaches. There's ponds, and a good amount, like more than you would imagine. There's a lot of beaches here. Gemini. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Full moon reading for Gemini. Family value. Becoming strong. You got this. You got the strength card and family value. Strengthening up what's deserving. Let's see where this goes. I feel like you've discovered that was the right thing to approach or go after. You may have had to leave something behind, start fighting for yourself, disregard anything that may be upsetting, or block out anything that gets in the way of what's going to bring you happiness. And I feel like you're aware of that, Gemini. I feel like you are aware of this. You may have felt deceived or were stressed out at one point, and now you're not letting that in. I feel like you've learned that it's better to see things for what they are and not lie about the scenario of the situations around you. I feel like you know better, and you've had no choice but to face the decision head on. I feel like head on. I feel like you've had to be headstrong, by the way. The obstacles you've dealt with, whether it was with a man or saying the sacrifice of saying goodbye or having an ending, the moon, there's a celebration that I feel like at one time you were committed to growing with an individual emotionally. What happened? The Wheel of Fortune to the High Priestess, the trust, the respect, it all changed, and you decided it's time to move on. Some of you, I feel like you've recognized it's time to move on. This doesn't, I don't feel like you want to reconcile. I feel like you have truth and clarity. I need to move. I need to go. I need to stay. Like, I need to be away from that energy. That energy does not make me feel free. I don't feel freedom. We're about to have Independence Day, and I feel like you didn't feel free. I also feel like emotionally, you're starting to respect that no matter what, if you can stay away from it, you will. You might be very work-oriented. There's a situation where you might have felt... So let me get this right. You guys kind of... What I'm seeing here is you may have felt like they were messing around, but they also may have felt like you were doing the same thing and not paying attention to them or looking in their direction. I feel like what you're fighting for is your stability and being practical right now. You might have looked at the investments, but now I feel like you're rushing towards the things that you want to invest in. The investments that are yet to come is what I see you wanting to aspire or achieve, go after. You're very passionate about going. Some of you are very passionate about being staying optimistic or being happy, and not trying to let the victories that didn't work out get the best of you. Some of you Geminis aren't going to worry about letting things having that feeling of worrying about things getting the best of you. I feel like you're cutting free of those thoughts. Oh my shit, those thoughts, definitely. I feel like you're cutting free of them. I feel like you don't want the stress of it. You also may have felt like you were being, I feel like you felt like you were holding back. I feel like you felt like you were holding back. And I feel like you finally stood up and said no. A lot of you recognize I need to move on to true love or happiness. And I need to cut free of anything that disturbs that or gets in my way. I will run away from it. I don't feel like you're walking or crawling. I feel like you ran away from it. My right ear is ringing. I also want to tell you, sometimes emotionally, it was tough to know that you were letting it happen. But I feel like you noticed it was wrong. The situation was uncomfortable or made you feel uncomfortable. You may be too preoccupied with knowing that what's done is done. And even though at one point it may have upset you, I need to go focus on the things I can work with, not with the focus on the things that upset me. I feel like you learn. I'm not going to focus on the things that upset me. For the Gemini, like you've just decisively picked, like what's right and what's wrong. Some of you, it's like no second or third chances type energy. That's for the younger Gemini. I see like this a younger woman where it's like no second or third chances, and when you say it, you stick to it. Your guns are up about it, whatever that's about. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, Casey. Here we go. This one. That one I shuffle so hard. Those are getting bent. I'm gonna have to buy more. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna start shuffling lighter. I don't like shuffling lighter. It doesn't feel right. I like to have like my hand, the force of my hands on the cards. Anything else for Gemini? Anything else for Gemini? Show me something for Gemini, please. Trust. What's going on, High Priestess? Some of you need to trust the decision that you might have had to make, or that you will make. Some of you might come up to the crossroads of, is it the right decision? I feel the need to say, I think you're making the right choice. Yet to me, it's yes, it's the right investment. Some of you, it was hard for you to trust it or believe that it's the right thing to do. Some of you didn't want to do this, or felt like you weren't. You may have felt unsure energy, but it was the right thing to put it behind you and focus on the manifestations that you can have. Something like that for Gemini. You're very creative at this time. You may have felt delays with having time to focus on your imagination. You may have been feeling like you're too busy, preoccupied with work or life in general. But I don't feel like you're going to shy away from anything that makes you happy or makes you feel appreciated. I feel like Gemini is really ready to identify with manifesting the right things. I feel like you've already went and established the pain of situations, and now you're fighting to see the changes. I don't feel like you're too stressed out about situations right now. I feel like you're getting ready to take risks with your stability and move on. I get like you want to move on to happier days because you've already seen this and put it behind you, you know? Some of you, career is going to be something that's a high focus. Career and home. Career, home, whether you're single with no kids or have children. You could be coupled, but career may be something you really put time and effort into, or you may be trying to establish the next better career, not being happy in a career. Some of you have let go of the connection of things that disturb your peace of mind. You're not, Hangman's reverse. You're not going to be, I'm over it. After I said that, this came out. You're not going to let shit disturb your mind. And I feel like you're aware of that. Emotionally, you're not reluctant to resurface it or let it bother you anymore. You might have had to take the time to heal and say no or stand up for yourself. And I feel like that's what you're doing at this very moment, Gemini. Hello? Thought I heard my door. I did. I heard something. Hold on. Maybe that was upstairs. Yes, that was upstairs. That was just upstairs. Here we go. That's what I have for Gemini. Here we go. Who do we got next? Libra. Libra. In a minute, I gotta drink my watered down coffee. It's not that bad. I just gotta make it look worse than it is, you know. Okay, here we go. Libra. All right. What's the message for the zodiac sign of Libra? Oh, I almost broke one of my fingers. This one, I almost broke that finger the other day. Oh man, it's still sore as hell. It'll heal. Oh, cold ice feels good on it. Here we go. Want some new energy, some new cards. Let me get. Should I? No, I'll stick with this for Libra. I'll stay with what I started. I kind of want to get. If they're in there, they're not probably in there. Damn it! I would have used them too. I would have used them. Oh, they're right there. We're gonna use this. I don't know why. I just trusted what I'm feeling. We're gonna use this for Libra. Right here. Yes. This is the deck I choose for you. The itty bitty deck. Haven't used it yet. Well, I have, but not tonight. Libra. What's the message for Libra? Libra's moving away from the past. Why do I feel like Libra won't be insulted by saying goodbye, or knows that they won't be? Some of you, it was with it was either with a betrayal, a heartbreak, or just too many people. I don't feel like you are on. I don't feel like it's whatever. put a bad taste in your mouth, it doesn't do it anymore. It doesn't, you don't allow it. I get this energy like I don't allow it. Libra is like I'm standing up for myself. Hell to the no. And you may also be very focused on career endeavors right now, career related projects. Or have a very strong, high standard for the next connection in love. I feel like you are doing that. That's your card. I feel like you're going towards that. I feel like you know to do that right now. I feel like you're going to be very careful. And I think a lot of it has to do with you'll be very careful about what you're going to move towards with celebrations because of what you've been through. I feel like Libra's going to be very careful, and they're just going to go for balance. You may have been through situations that when they stressed you out, you said it's enough, and I just want to focus on my happiness. I'm going to cut free of anything that stresses me out or makes me emotionally feel like it's going to become something of depletion or the past. You also may have felt like there was somebody, I have tricky energy. This makes me feel like you felt like you were like you couldn't, like somebody was being a trickster or very secretive. You may not have felt like you could trust their communication. You may have also thought you weren't the only woman. Holy shit. You may not have been the only woman. And that may have been why you weren't going to fight for a situation that needed to transition. You also could be cutting free of anything that upsets you. Some of you could some of you guys, I'm going to say something different, but some of you guys might have been tied to a man that was addicted to drugs. I feel I just got drug energy out of that. High priestess, or it just was emotionally distraught. Whether it was prescription or actual, like, not over-the-counter drugs, something like that. I don't think you talk to this person. I don't feel like you're bothered by it. I don't even think you would listen to this person. No, it tells me you don't have the patience. It tells me you've left this behind you. You also may be waiting to discover the next love connection, the next best thing to show up. I feel like you could be waiting to discover the next best love connection. What is the endings all about, though? I feel like some of you, it was more or less knowing that you were, I hate to say it, but you might have been in a situation. Some of you, it was it was either like a drug situation that their prescription was fucking their head up, or they were taking drugs that were not prescribed. If it wasn't that, the energy I'm picking up is they were abusive. You were in an abusive turmoil. And I feel like you've let that go, and you're not going to go towards anything that disrupts your stability or peace of mind. You've set your standard. And you also may have felt like they weren't healthy or trustworthy in situations around kids. Page of Pentacles is children. Judgment, there's a kid in there. There's a kid next. Wheel of Fortune. I don't feel like they could lie to you, or you could lie to yourself about what you went through. Some of you might not like to talk about what you went through or about the situation in general, but that's what's showing up. I feel like you saw through the situation. You looked through the scope. Basically, you had the binoculars, and you might have known it was time to let something go. Some of you, it was more or less they just couldn't stick to one person. But a lot of you, it was a little bit more than that. They weren't really ready to. They didn't mature very fast. The person just wouldn't. They couldn't get out of their own way. Is what I feel in your reading. Somebody couldn't get out of their own way, and you weren't going to let that stop you from being the better part of you. Give me something a little bit else. I want to go to the deck I've been using and see what shows up for Libra. Here we go. Some of you might have prayed for them. What the fuck? Or prayed that they find a solution to their problems. What's What's going on? Some of you might have thought they may end up dead, or you may hear about that, get the phone call. Or maybe that's what they did. They could have died. They may die if they don't stop fucking around. Here we go. Seven of Pentacles. I don't feel like you're trying to stress about anything that might have made you feel on the fence or felt like less than. This could have been this person. You may have felt bad for this person and then realize I can't feel bad for somebody who doesn't feel bad for themselves, and I got to move on. Why am I stressing out about a situation that a person won't put in check? This isn't not my past to deal with. This is theirs. It's the energy I feel off of you. This isn't making me happy, and that's what I want to manifest as happiness. This man or situation is not the one to do this with. I need to make the decision, and I feel like you did make the decision. The Hangman reversed and her tells me that you've recognized it wasn't the right judgment, and you had the strength to see through the bullshit and say goodbye to a situation and trust that you're making the right choice, because they could end up dead or in jail. Something like that. And I feel like you fucking know. I'm sorry. I am sorry if I probably just lost a bunch of Libras that are like, this guy's too brutal when he reads. Oh, shit. But that's what I get. I feel like there was dishonest energy, and it was stressing you out, or they were coming after you for fucking money, finances, lingering, you know, always asking for shit. And I feel like the message for you was you can do better, or they need to learn how to do better. I don't feel like you could fix them. I feel like whatever you had to say or whatever ideas you tried to play with, they would act like they would listen. But really, I feel like they had too much trauma. They had too much trauma when it came to hearing the communication, or they were too fucking stubborn to pay attention. I don't feel like they could get out of their way, Libra. I feel like if you try to balance a situation, it wasn't yours to balance. If it was going to change, it was because they were going to allow the change. Emotionally, I do feel like you've released them, and you're just knowing that if you didn't, the only person you would have been hurting is those around you, and you're aware of this, that this was not the right person to build with, or you didn't have the fucking patience for it. Something like that. That's what I see for Libra. All right. You had a lot of different scenarios. They could have had more than a wandering eye, sleeping in somebody else's bed, it felt like. They could have been doing something like that. I did see that. I don't remember which card said it. But you also had, you had an unhealthy person around you. This may not be every Libra's reading, but it was unhealthy energy. And unhealthy, a person that wouldn't identify with healing their past. They didn't know how to get out of their own way, whoever this person is. They did not know how to, and they would lie and lie and lie and try to pretend like everything was okay, nothing's wrong emotionally, when they needed to sacrifice themselves for change. I feel like you became aware of this, by the way. That's what I see for Libra. I feel like you read right through this individual, or you've seen it, and you might even felt bad for them until you could no longer feel bad. Okay, that's what I have for you. All right. Libra's done. So who are we doing now? Let me say hi. I haven't seen the comments in a hot minute. Who are we doing now? The person, to the person that dealt with that, I'm just glad if you did deal with anything of the sort. I'm glad that you're probably out of it, or you've worked your way away from it. You know, you've identified that it wasn't healthy for you, and that what they're doing isn't healthy for them. So be proud of yourself for that reason, for the zodiac sign of Libra, if you dealt with anybody like that. Okay. Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius is next. Somebody asked me to do Aquarius a long time ago. You're up, Aquarius. I hope you still made it to the channel. Are you still watching? I don't know. I'm too tired to think about it. Aquarius, the full moon reading. What do we have for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? Oh, she is still watching. Sasha S. This is my favorite symbol of the alphabet, by the way. Aquarius, full moon reading. What do we have for the zodiac sign of Aquarius. Very goal-oriented right now. Okay? I don't think you're going to let the past get in your way right now. The past is not going to... You're very, like, opportunistic right now. Large and in charge. Going after your passions. Anything that doesn't... that feels like it gets in the way of what you want to go towards, you will cut free of it. You will not be emotionally attached or invested in it. Some of you have actually also made... So I get that some of you have accepted a situation, Aquarius, accepted a situation in love, and the situation you had to love, I don't feel like it was easy, but I feel like once you did it, like mentally, you're over it. And right now, I feel like Aquarius is so busy financially, or either you're busy now or you're going to become financially busy. Some of you are just awaiting the changes for business to erupt, to explode like the volcano itself. I feel like some of you guys are wanting to see business take off or be able to travel the world, have enough money to see more of the world, be exotic places, see things, go places. Some of you are just wanting to learn more at this time as well. I want to see what this is trying to tell me. And you're here, so we're going to add you to the list. I feel like you're focusing on changes. I get this change energy with the Wheel of Fortune, the Devil upright, the Two of Swords, you hear the Star in balance. I feel like you're going to focus on changes, or the changes that you allow in. I feel like the things that can manifest, you're going to be busy. I feel like a productive energy around you. So you may be very focused on, you may connect a little more with family, or family may reach out to you or feel the need to get your attention more while you're trying to stay very productive. What is the 10 of Wands all about? So I feel like you have a high drive right now, or you aspire to achieve a lot. And you're not really looking, I don't feel like you're looking in reverse or wanting to contemplate things you've already dealt with. I feel like you've learned, I feel like you respect your worth. You've been patient with outcomes. The judgment's reversed, temperance reversed. And emotionally, what's going on? You may be careful, very carefree or careful, and focus more about on like investments or career before love. I just feel like that the move you're going to take or rush towards, you may rush towards spiritualism and love and happiness for others before you rush towards emotionally opening up, especially because of what you've had to deal with in the past. Celebrations aren't something I feel you're very attached or worried about. I feel spiritually, I feel like you're starting to feel free and emotionally unavailable for things to upset you or make you feel this way. You will not entertain that. It's something like, I won't entertain this. Some of you that are single, you may have the option. You may have the option. Could be a water fire sign. If you're willing to trust it, or if you're willing to take the sacrifice to build the time with a situation. If you're willing to communicate, open up and speak to somebody, you may have a love option coming in for some of you that are single. Some of you are going to have to figure out if that's what you want to move towards, or if you just want to stay on your own. Some of you don't really give it much thought or rush. Some of you try not to have, you don't. I feel like you do not want to stress about situations that prior. You also may have to make a decision. I get something about you may have to make a decision about, if you are single, about the next relationship you get in, that you have you may have opportunity coming. Some of you single Aquariuses may have some opportunity. If you want to take it, take it. Like you may have to make, some of you may not do anything, but what I'm feeling is some of you are gonna probably have the opportunity at your disposal soon if it hasn't already showed up. Something like that. I just feel like something's coming in. Something's going to move towards you. Or you're going to move towards. It feels more like it's coming to you. I feel like you have the opportunity at hand. I feel like you're very career related. I'm done. I feel like you are all about your pentacles, your money. I feel like you are. This is what I feel like you are. I don't feel like you're worried about past investments or stressing about them. I feel like if you're stressing about anything, it's about career investments or the right motive with people and money. You have a very powerful money reading. While you're being productive, communication could want to come in just like the Page of Wands. You could have communication that wants to, I'm done, again. The next card that wanted to show up again. Page of Wands 2 times in a row. You could definitely have communication that wants to show up while you've been busy focusing on career-related projects. Some of you are trying to stay carefree with your stresses. Not let your stresses get the best of you or keep you down. Some of you are very aware of this. You do not want to be stressed out. So, some of you may have felt like you dealt with a connection that you were inseparable, but once you separated, it was the best for all. That's strange. Hold on. The best for both. This was not wanting to risk it or feeling like the judgment was played out. Time played its course, not emotionally really tackling it anymore. Some of you also may have felt like I just get this strange, I've been too busy for love and I'm not going to obsess or fight over situations. When they arrive energy. Some of you just needed time to yourself to reflect. I get a reflecting energy, not feel stressed out about situations that might have stressed you out. You were fighting for balance or wanting to see things move that were in favor. For quite some time, it might have been hard to believe that things were going to shift or change. I feel like you cut free of those thoughts or those feelings. You secretly became aware. You also may be getting ready for, you may have the option to commit. Some of you may say no to somebody if they try to come towards you. Others of you may be too focused on manifesting more abundant energy at this time. Some of you are starting to trust your emotional integrity and happiness as well. I like that. And you're not going to let a liar or deceptive energy rush towards you. I don't feel like you have the time for it. And I feel like you've already made this decision. I think you've been very, very keen or precise with your thoughts. And you know what you will and won't build with. You've been probably playing with your imagination quite a bit. Or trying to, I feel like you've also been trying to, some of you may want to, I feel some of you may want to see more. More, I don't know if it's just exotic or just more parts of the world or places you haven't been. I don't feel like you want to go anywhere you've already been. I feel like anything that disturbs you, you just want to not focus on. I feel like you're really sticking with what you know works and playing, keeping your cards close to the chest kind of energy. Whatever that's about for the zodiac sign of Aquarius. Show me something else for you guys. I want something else. Give me something else for Aquarius, if you can. I don't know. I'm going to find out. Show me something else for Aquarius. I want something else. Show me something else, please. Anything else for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? Just those two. There we go. Anything else for Aquarius? You're here. Second card. The Empress and the Star. But let's see what comes out. Let's see. Show me something for the zodiac sign of Aquarius, please. Anything that makes you feel like it's anything that it's almost a level of comfort is your reading. The Empress, the Queen of Cups reversed, the Ace of Swords reversed, the Four of Swords upright, the Knight of Swords reversed, and the Page of Pentacles. Anything that makes you feel discomforted with taking on, I feel like you won't go towards it. I feel like if it makes you feel off balance, you won't go towards this. I don't feel like you want to deal with anything that's gonna feel destructive. And I feel like the decision you've already made it. You're cutting free of that. You've moved away from anything that you feel you can't trust. You're not gonna let things get in the way of your happiness or your passion, your creative endeavors. You could also be really focused on career or establishing the next great thing in life. Whether it's a love situation, opening your imagination, traveling, or just knowing that if something's meant to happen, I'll let it in if it feels right. I feel like you're going to be very, very. If you're single, I feel like you'll be very hip to if you'll deal with somebody or you won't. And I don't think you stress about it or being on your own. I do feel like if you haven't received any communication, it's probably because you've been focused on the things you want to invest in at this time. You may have heard of others, or you may have had others around you who are struggling with their past as well for this sign of Aquarius. And you may know of that, seeing them fighting for their value or knowing that they're in a love situation that might fall apart, whatever that's about. I feel like you've been very independent when it comes to financial endeavors, or I just feel a peaceful energy around you, wanting to be at peace or have peace of mind financially, wanting to be able to explore more. I don't get like you wanting to be upset and you knowing that that's probably the proper judgment to make, and then focusing on love if it shows up. I don't feel like you feel the need to fight or have anxiety over the outcome of situations. I do feel like you want them. But I do feel if you had to deal with something that wasn't good for you or emotionally was upsetting you, you've recognized, okay, if I can't trust it, I can't trust it, and I'll just wait for the change. This is what I see you doing. I feel like you've really paid attention to what's going to make you happy, and you feel like you've kind of some of you could be happy or very passionate. Could have a lover that, if you're together, could have a lover that's very passionate with you or trying to get you to do passionate things with them, you could be traveling with somebody or want somebody. Eventually, you could have travels with somebody, single or together. If you are together, the lovers, the strength card, the ace of wands, you could be getting some fun under the sun soon. Both of you could be doing a little bit together, or going out more, venturing out more. For the times that you Three of Pentacles reversed. Things that may have felt like they got in the way or kept you down, I don't think you're dealing or worrying about that anymore. The Death card is reversed with balance. I feel like things that might have thrown you off or emotionally upset you, you're trying to steer clear of them. You know well enough not to play with things that are going to emotionally upset you or that are unpractical or that weigh you down. Emotionally, you will not let it trigger you. I feel like you've had no choice but to be patient. Some of you, it's around family investments or knowing that the best thing for me right now is to invest in myself for the Aquarius. That's what I see for you. Okay. Aquarius, I felt like giving you a little bit of a longer reading for some reason, so I did. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Aquarius, now we're on to... Wait a minute. Did I do all three signs? I think I did. Did I read Gemini? I can't remember who the hell I read. Did I already read Gemini? Did I start with Aquarius? I think I started with Aquarius. I don't think I read Gemini. Did I? I can't remember shit. Oh, I read Gemini. Gemini, Aquarius. All right. Did I? I know I read Libra. Didn't I? I know I read Libra. I see Gemini, Aquarius. All right. It's fire signs time. All right. So Sagittarius, you're first. Thank you for answering in the comment section. I'm like, who the heck did I read? What energy did you, like, I knew who I just did, Aquarius, but I'm like, did I read the other one? And then I recognized I read Libra, but I'm like, did I read Gemini? Here we go. Sagittarius. So why do I feel like you guys are, if you felt left out in the cold for money obligations and investments tied to money, like that's what you're going to work towards, is creating more abundant energy, financial endeavors. You're bringing your fortune up, or you're working towards doing that, working towards getting balance, probably with money. Some of you may have felt like you were left behind in a situation, or treated unfairly as well. I feel like that's not something you're going to pay much mind to. I feel like you're going to focus on what you have and where you can go with what you have, how you can establish more, how you can save more. I feel like a lot of Aquarius, I almost said Aquarius, but Sagittarius, sorry, excuse me. I feel like the Sagittarius energy is going to start putting money in the bank, or knows they should. I feel like you're doing that, or you're going to, whatever that's about. Here we go. So there's an Aquarius, I almost saw there's a Sagittarius that may feel like they need to take charge or action and go look for a career or a job. Pick up another one or start one. All right, here we go. Some of you, somebody, it could just be something of part-time. Anyways, whether it's full-time, part-time, whatever that is. I just get this lack of finance energy, or not wanting to feel the lack of finances. And I feel like this just tells me that there's a money thing. So there was a time, there's two messages here. There was a time where there could have been a Sagittarius that didn't feel like money was showing up, and now it's showing up. Or there's the messages, there's a Sagittarius, almost keep saying Aquarius, excuse me, Sagittarius, that is starting to looking for the investment, knowing they need to move towards that investment. Invest more in, I may be trying to invest more in opportunity. It did want to come out. Holy shit, it flicked off my hand. I'm like, it's the card I would have grabbed. If I picked the card out, it was the Magician. You're investing in yourself, your surroundings. You may feel on the go. You are all about the authority and power of money and building it. Holy shit. So either you're going to be, some of you are going to focus, or have been focused on wanting to not have to worry about money or being able to travel because you have enough. Some of you know that that's what you want to focus on, is money and love, money and happiness. I feel like you're just wanting to see things unfold and balance out. Some of you may have felt deceived very, very badly in the past relationship, and you let that shit go. This tells me you let that shit go. This tells me you're okay. You're okay. If you felt juggled, or you felt like they weren't willing to commit or take action towards you, I feel like you're okay now. I feel like you've said, no, this is my past. I need to be creative. Some of you are going to be creative with what works out for you. Some of you, it's a matter of looking at the situation and not being emotionally upset about it. Learning that you can do better than that and put the work in where it needs to go. You're not really, I don't get an anxiety or a worry on you. I feel like you're more motivated about what's going to work for you right now. What's the best benefit for you, more so than taking a gander in love or a risk. I don't feel like you're taking a risk or jumping towards love or proposals right now. I don't feel like you want it. Some of you, everybody wants to have a love relationship, or most people do. Not everybody wants to be in a love committed relationship. Some people like being single and alone. But let me tell you something. I just feel like you're being unbothered by victory showing up right now. You showed up like I just feel like it doesn't, you're not going to let it obscure you or upset you. I feel like you trust not being worried about a situation. Maybe because it was too much to deal with. You may be trying to figure out how to manifest more income, or it's just stability, property. For some of you, some of you may want to buy something. feel like you're moving towards buying something, or you're moving towards celebrating. I feel like you're building towards the movement of buying either a home or having something secure. You have a lot of moving energy. Maybe you want to buy a mobile home. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you're going to be moving, popping hotel to hotel. I don't know. The Lovers reverse, the Knight of Wands. Clarify that. I feel like every time emotionally you've wanted to get one foot in front of the other, you haven't let it get you down. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is this? I think you've kind of cut free of the mind-boggling fear of your thoughts or feelings. I feel like your thoughts and feelings, you've kind of hung them up. Look at this. I don't think you're willing to stress this out. There's no stress here. I feel like you're going to focus on the investments. There was a time where you stressed or you wanted to be creative or go towards love. I don't feel like that is the thing you're doing right now. I feel like you've said no to stressing out about situations that may have felt like they put you on the back burner, cut you. Something may have felt like it cut. So you either had to make the right cut and decision, or you felt like your thoughts might have felt like, oh man, emotionally attached to something, or felt like you were being secretly pulled away from something that you were emotionally attached to. The thing is, it ended for a reason. It ended so you could make the decisions that were at your disposal and the things that you were meant to discover in life. So I feel like some of you had a hard relationship where somebody may have made you feel unconfident or uncomfortable, or made you feel irrelevant. I just feel that energy. They made you feel irrelevant or expendable. I hate to say it, but you might have felt at the expense of somebody else. Some of you don't feel that way because you've stayed single for a while and you're going after having more stability. Also, maybe wanting to travel. You had a lot of travel energy. I felt like I saw you in a mobile home, or wanting to I'm done. Seeing you want to travel. You may also have that energy where it's like you just won't focus on anything that upsets you. If it upsets you, you'll turn away from it. You look away. You may have made the decision. Holy shit. You may have made the decision already to make sure that that's what goes on. I do feel like you want to move or see things. Venture out in the world. Leave behind what's been done has been done type energy. And I feel like you've been sitting with this for a while. I'm so over it. You keep getting, I want to travel around. I've discovered I want to move on, or I have moved on, and I'm going to trust where things lead me or take me. Some of you are just getting there. Like, you may be putting more effort into work, and then once you start working, you start wanting to plan, like doing something. I feel like you're saving your money to plan something. Some of you may focus on the right investments too. Strength investment, trying to trust what's worth investing in, what's not. Ace of Pentacles. I feel like it's at your fingertips. You're trying to get it within grasp of your hands. You want to hold on to it. I get this like I need to hold on to it. I'm trying to be strong, true, and tried to it. Go to the bottom. It has to do with money and stability. Making the right decisions with it. And you being aware of this. This isn't a surprise to you. This reading wouldn't be a surprise to the Sagittarius. If you've been single for a while, I feel like it's because you felt like love wasn't showing up, or you weren't going after it. You weren't chasing it. You were not going towards this. And I feel like you're at a point where you may want to build towards stability and trusting that maybe you should try things a different way, communicate a different way, or go after a different area of life. Start building towards it. I feel like this is what you're going through, or what you've been through. I also feel whatever you believe you can manifest, you should trust yourself as much as possible right now. I feel like it's a very, very good idea to trust within inside of yourself and go after those goals. That's what I have for you. Manifest them and make them a reality. That's what I see for Saggy. All right. Okay. Sagittarius is done. Aries in a minute. Aries. Aries. Okay. My paper towel is like completely soaking wet. There's like no ice cubes in that. Wow. That's what you get with 90 degrees of humidity. 90, not 90 degrees, but 90%. That's ridiculous. What in the... We don't talk about love in here. What is that, Aries? I want to see what you get. Thank you for the super sticker, Karina. Aries, are you wanting some excitement in your life? Ha ha ha. Some happiness? Good time? Some sex? Maybe. That's sex. That's sex. That's smash and grab. I'm telling you. Aries, don't you lie to me. You little nasty son of a bitch. Anyways, here we go. Some of you are wanting to get together. Freak in the sheets. That type energy. No, that's not what I want. Yes, that's what you want. Don't lie to yourself. That's what you want right now. So I can't get away from it. You're wanting to move towards it. For it to show up at your door, maybe? You think about this a lot. I feel like you want somebody to knock on your door, come over, play with a dick, and then move on. I'm over it. I'm fucking over that. It's like you want somebody to come ring your doorbell, jump on your pogo stick, or if you're a dude, or it's the opposite. Or it's the opposite if you're a woman. That's what you're... Leo! Let's go to Leo. What is that, Aries? All right, we'll keep reading Aries' energy. What the hell? You're all about fun, like pleasure. You little pleasurable wanting to see it show up. But it's like you want it to come in just to go up, come out. What the fuck? You're all about the dick. I'm sorry. You some horny ass people right now. This Capricorn moon's probably got you horny as a motherfucker. And if it hasn't, give it a couple of days. Maybe it'll sink in on you. Oh, that just hurt my gut laughing at you. You are horny. You are horny and you can't even fucking lie. I'm going to look up, like, after this reading. I should do it during the reading. Is Aries horny during Capricorn moon? I almost want to be like, hey, Google. Hey. I don't have the other one. What is it? Hey, Alexa. I don't have that brought in my house, but I almost want to be like, I think it just said, I don't have that Alexa brought in my house. Don't listen to me. You are fucking like, you're feisty as fuck. Look at this shit. You want some penis. I don't know how else to say it. It ain't me. I mean, I don't mind it. I admire a good time, but you're all about getting some, having some, celebrating with somebody. I feel like you want it, and it's like once it's there, and then you're like, kind of energy about that. Maybe some of you want it to stick around. Others of you, it's like, no, give it to me. And if it's like, I'm almost like a one and done. Here we go. Celebrations. 3 of Cups. Some of you may have started to connect with somebody and then it dropped off. Some of you, Aries, may have started to connect with somebody and it dropped off. And maybe right now you're just trying to look for the next exciting thing with the Sun card, the next exciting communication. Some of you may have also felt like you can't be anxious about what you're feeling or emotionally what's charging you. You could have felt a little off balance, and you know you can't lie about the fact that things ain't been erupting, maybe in the love department. The judgments or the outcomes. You may have been feeling free or at a distance for something about it. This card is, I don't ever associate distance, but I feel like you feel at a distance, emotionally discovering that it's like, you know what? I need to have some fun. You know, the ability, I need to escape and I don't want to focus on anything that stresses me out or move towards anything that makes me feel uncomfortable. Some of you, the balance, if it throws you off balance, you're cutting it out. Anytime you felt emotionally weird or disabled by it, you say no to it. Aries, you're like, no. You may also be fighting for, clarify it. I've got the 9 and the 5. Why is that here? Clarify it for Aries. What are you fighting for? You're not. So it tells. This is a strange reading. It's like you're fighting for excitement and entertainment, but you don't. It's like you. 1 minute I want it. 1 minute I don't have the patience for it. I think I want this. I don't want this. I want to establish a connection and trust the connection, but then I want to work on what I want. I don't want to stress about things. I just want things to change. You're very back and forth in this reading. Like you want to have victories, or you feel like you've learned that I need to take action towards things, but emotionally, I don't feel like you really want to rush towards love. I feel like you want to rush towards a quick time, a quick, fun time. Something about it's in and it's out. It comes in, it's enjoyable for a minute. You may like it, then it's gone. May move on to the next great thing. Some of you, it's just about having fun. Some of you aren't worried about the past. You could also be trying to manifest a lot of balance. There it is, the King of Wands in reverse in the bottom. This is so sexually ridiculous. It's like you don't really want to build. It's like you want the communication. You don't really want to build with the individual. You just want to get in and get out. The Page of Cups, the Death card, the Ace of Wands reverse. That's you just wanting to have a good time. You're not really wanting to play Ring Around the Rosie, do any of that. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. You want to get in the sheets, have a good time, say goodbye, not really fighting for the togetherness or moving towards it. I don't see you doing that. I feel like you know that too. You're like, no, I just want to have sex. I want to have a good time, be friends or cordial with somebody, and then leave it alone, leave it in the dark, and then focus on the things that I can focus on, the stability. I don't feel like you want to be distracted. You're kind of on the go. You're very on the go energy. Some of you, it's like you wouldn't let it even come close to locking you down unless you grew feelings on that. Like if you got into the commitment, if you had sexual behaviors with a partner, unless it really stimulated you and made you feel extremely happy and connected, you're like, I just don't see you doing that. I just don't emotionally feel like you're going towards it like it's full potential love. The only way you would do that is if it really made you feel grounded and you really appreciated it. But when I say that, it seems like you feel like you're on the alert for it, but you're also kind of very not really willing to. You may not want to settle down, or some of you may feel like, I kind of want to move towards love, but then it's very back and forth. Like I want it, but I just want the penis, or I just want the vagina, something like that. And secretly you're aware of that. It's like you want this communication, but then it drops off, or emotionally you're not available, or you're seeking the change. And you're not stressing about having the fun times with the what? The penis. I'm done with your reading. Your reading is like all about penis. It's like a penis reading. I feel like I just read the women, might have read the men. Maybe you're all the guys are thinking about is penis if they're gay. Maybe it's vagina if they like women. I don't know, but it's all about sex. You're the only reading I've done tonight where it's like, give me the dick, give me the vajayjay. You're literally the only reading that it's like your horny is horny. And I don't know whose energy that is, but this Capricorn moon has made you want to have sex with my couch. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? I feel like maybe I'm over this. I'm so over this. I'm not reading any more of it. Leo, we're done. We're done. You horny little bastard. You. Anyway, Leo. Watch Leo get the same dumb shit. Now looks stupid as hell. Here we go, Leo. Aries, I hope you get whatever you're manifesting. I hope you manifest the shit out of that. You better go inside and you better really make that shit work. I mean, I hope it works out too. And it's not like I don't know. I don't know what the hell that was. Somebody's probably sick and tired of not having sex and they just want a good time. That's not going to be every Aries. Some Aries are like, I would never do that. You just may do that this time around, or maybe you won't. Maybe it's for the Aries that's like, fuck it, this is what I want. I don't know, but we're on to Leo now. Leo. Here we go. Leo. It's weird how it tastes so much shittier without ice. It's a lot shittier. I don't know. Maybe that was like a very small percentage of Aries out there. I don't know. Let it be what it may be. Here we go for Aries. I mean Aries, Leo. So I'm still talking about Aries. Trying to balance out what? What are you trying to balance out, Leo? Or what have you been trying to balance out? Your stability. I think you're leaving everything else in the cold. Kind of being very focusing on things or learning what to cut out and making the proper decision with that, Leo. Aiming to. I feel like you're aiming to make the proper decision. And I think you're clearly aware of this. Some of you had to emotionally back away from situations that just, I'm going to tell you, that didn't respect you. Anything that didn't respect you emotionally, you said, fuck that. I don't think so. You can get away from me. I'm not going to, some of you aren't willing to tolerate your face down in the sand. You're like, no, no, no. I feel like some of you also had to accept endings and learn how to trust. I feel like a lot of you are learning how to trust a little bit more on your own, or what to fight or go after. Some of you, it's about being independent. You don't feel like you're worried about celebrations as much as you're worried about your own stability at this time. King of Pentacles energy, clarify it. I think you're trying to figure out what is going to make you happy. You are. You are. You have the King of Pentacles, the Eight of. What's going to make you happy, or what's going to work out for you? That's the mentality or the momentum that Leo is bringing to the table. You're all about change right now. Change, change, change. And who's doing it? I think it's Leo. Yeah, it's Leo, baby. That's the judgment. That's the outcome your ass is going to go move towards. I'm telling you, that's where you're moving. That's where you're going. Some of you also may have a good time soon. I'm seeing you may have a good time. Some of you also may feel like the celebration is overdue. Or you may also, some of you, if you're single, you may feel like you're not going to focus on victories or lack of trusting situations or let them get the best of you. You're too focused on career settings, building money, making money, establishing. Some of you, clarify the abundance card. I get it. Some of you are hoping to manifest the right love connection too, though. Or it's on its way. That could be it's on its way, or you're hoping to manifest it. The communication, that could be on its way. What's the past about? Some of you, if you've dealt with anything of the past, this is what it's telling me. This is take it or leave it. This part for some of you. Anything you've had to tolerate or deal with in the past, this tells me that you're saying no to the past. You're not going into the past. Every time you want to manifest, I feel like if you felt back, you went backwards, it would stress you out, or you'd realize the love wasn't there for you, wasn't respecting you, and it wouldn't make you one thing, Leo, happy. So I feel like you've come to the conclusion of knowing that was a turd. It might have made you feel stuck, or made you feel like you got to focus on priorities more. Some of you may have also looked back at a situation and realized, you know what? Even though I had to bite the bullet or look at the truth of the awareness of a situation or cut free of it. You couldn't lie to yourself that as much as you might have cared about it, you had to discover that the balance was wrong. Emotionally, anytime you moved to it, emotionally, you had to cut free. Emotionally, you had to say no. You knew that it was unhealthy. So you might have been in a very unhealthy relationship. And Leo, I know you know. You know that I know that you know, is what this says. The justice, that's exactly what it says to me. You know that there may have been something emotionally unhealthy that you could not move towards, emotionally that you were like, what the fuck, and had to cut free of. And you know now that I know the shit was not good. I feel like you're rushing towards money or establishing, you're trying to stay very productive at this time. Money. Page, night. You're working your way, working your angle to figure out what's going to work or what to invest in and play with. And you're not going to let things hang you up for a while. If things hurt you in love or tried to come towards you or upset you, I feel like the minute it does it, it's the minute you say goodbye or set it free. Something about you setting it free or not allowing it to move towards you. If anything were to try to come towards you and upset you, I don't think you'll give it the time of the day. You'll be like, fuck the fuck off, is what it says to Leo. Like, Leo, that's gonna make sense to a Leo. Like, you'll probably be like, I ain't got time for this shit. Like, please, like, no, Travis, no Becky, no Tanya, no Todd. Like, you're just not having it. You're like, Leo, I just know that you're not having it. You will not let that happen. I feel like you're on the move or on the go. Your thoughts could be going wild too, or actively picking up pace. There are things that you may have fought for in the past until you recognize, what the fuck am I fighting for? It's toxic shit. It doesn't appreciate me. It doesn't show me value or respect me. And I feel like you discovered you couldn't stress about it or let it be your burden. And you recognize, I can't fucking play with this energy. I'm not going to build with this energy. Do not go. It might have got the best of you for a while until you stop lying to yourself about knowing, you know what? Emotionally, that's not my fucking problem or investment. I got to focus on the things that are good. Good for who? Good for you, Leo. Some of you may also have the option of love. The option of love may show up. So you may have the option of love being manifesting and building right now. God damn, Leo. Really? Over it. Love. That's love. You may be manifesting love connections. Some of you, if you separated, you might be focused on stability, but while you're focused on stability, you may be very attractive to another. That's what I see for the zodiac sign of Leo. I hope you guys enjoyed these readings. Anything else for Leo? Anything else for Leo real quick? Anything else for Leo? Give me something else, please. I don't know if I used that deck, so we're going to use it. I've been staring at it on and off all night. Something else for Leo. Come on. Capricorn moon. Anything else for Leo? Any other message? I don't think we've used this. I'm almost positive. I know I haven't used this. Leo's energy, please. I'm just curious. This won't be as long as that one, but it'll be something. Leo, show me something else. What's here for Leo? The Hermit reversed. Some of you had to cut free of desires so there were times I feel like that you've had to internally accept the losses or accept letting go of things that were out of balance, not stress about them and focus on what you want to manifest. Take those actions. I feel like you've been very secretly focused on, some of you this moon energy may be putting you on the move or propelling you to look to what to fight for and what not to fight for, what to trust and what not to trust, to put the past behind you and focus on your motherfucking stability. That's what I have for Leo. This is my readings. I hope you all like them. Some of you might have been struggling, and it could have been in the department of love or finance. And I feel like you're not trying to worry about that with the Eight of Cups reversed. Some of you may have been brokenhearted or upset, or felt like they betrayed you for another. For some of you ladies, I feel like that's like a man did that and went to another woman. All right, the 10 of Wands. And I feel like she's finally like, you know what, who cares? I'm too busy at work or striving for balance. You're a fool for doing what you did. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Coins reversed with the Knight of Coins. I feel like you've been trying to focus on what's gonna work out for you more than anything, and not dealing with things that may feel deceptive or just unappreciative or mess with you. If something's messing with you, I feel like what may have kept you stuck in the past, you're not going to be hindered towards victories. I feel like emotionally you're going to close that chapter, and I feel like you're going to know better to look at it. You're going to basically look at it and recognize it's probably the wrong judgment. If anything, maybe learn something that some endings are blessings, and only play with things that are probably going to work. Go to the bottom. Work like how? Work. Maybe you're going to fight for more of your. Wait a minute. 7-7. Some of you are fighting to recognize what changes are for the best and what may have been for the worst. Maybe identifying where you went wrong, where they went wrong, or maybe letting go of all the chaos in general and going after changes in life. Clarify the Tower. Some of you, the changes could be getting that next love offer, 2 of Cups, getting connected with somebody, not fighting on your own anymore. The Emperor, you've got a very strong presence. When you're not very out there and in front of the world, you've been sleeping a lot or you've been tired a lot. It says Page of Cups, Queen of Cups reversed, because you've been focusing on stability, maybe even children. King of Cups reversed, Ace of Coins, Strength reversed, Page of Swords. It says you've been either wanting to focus on children or giving back towards you may need to give back a little more towards yourself. Some of you may know that you're not giving enough time to yourself. You may be investing more in the kids or feel like you don't have time for celebrations. What's going on with the past? I don't feel like you're connecting to the past. I feel like you're connecting to staying focused on career and maybe children more than anything. Some of you are wishing or wanting for love to show up or for you to move towards it, emotionally wanting to see it happen. 8 of Wands, Queen of Swords reversed, the Death upright, the Page of Wands, and Temperance. Some of you, the message is you just have to wait for the right opportunity to show up. That's what I see for Leo. Some of you, so it's telling me some of you have the chance or the options for love to be available, within reach. Others of you, you're wanting it, but you're not really putting yourself in the right place. It's either you're not putting yourself in the right place at the right time, or it's just not the correct time. Patience was the last card out. Temperance was the last card out. So some of you, it might be might take a little bit before you see that next connection, or you start to build or work with one. I feel like you're going to start really trusting the process of learning how to become patient with the movements in general, or what is in front of you. Or I feel like if you struggle to do that and you're a Leo, you should focus on how to do that. These are my readings. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed these. Have a great night. Have a beautiful 4th of July if you celebrate it. If you don't celebrate it, have a great 4th anyway. Thank you for watching. Please remember to hit the like, subscribe if you want. I'm sorry, Aries, your reading was so crazy, but it was fucking crazy. I'm out of here. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.